recording. Oops.
I want to. You guys,
Okay.
you guys live in AOC country.
Hey, just so you know,
Yes.
just so everyone knows, we're recording now.
Yeah,
Okay. They
I have a
think that
comment.
Thanks.
AOC isn't our. I don't think AOC is any of our representatives, though.
She's
I
Yeah, I
blonde.
think she's like the Bronx.
She's
I just
blonde.
have a comic book that I want her to sign.
You? That's funny. Which comic book?
AOC and the Freshman Force.
Oh, I saw. What is that? Did you make that?
No. I didn't make it. I just have it. I bought it. It's made by
Okay,
Devil's
cool.
Due Publishing. They made it.
Okay.
There's even a Bernie Sanders one called Talk Bernie to Me.
Talk Bernie to me. I like that.
Yeah, but
They
the
should
AOC
do,
and Freshman Force is pretty hot. That cover, I don't know if you saw the cover I posted on Facebook with Ilhan Omar and AOC and
And-
the other.
Rashida Tlaib
Oh,
Yeah.
And Ayanna
and
Presley.
Ayanna
the
Presley.
quote unquote squad.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what they're.
They were just lumped together by the media because they happened to be 4 freshman women of color congressmen. So everyone,
Well-
the entire media was just like, let's put them all together.
Well, the
Well,
comic book is a tribute to them. They make them superheroes, and
Right.
they're
They are
fighting against
superheroes.
the
Well, two of
oppressive
them were-
conservative
Two of them
regime.
were firsts. Two of them were the first Muslim woman congressmen.
Right.
But you're saying that wasn't like their idea to like start walking out together? It was like
Yeah.
a media thing.
Well, do you think it was? I don't know.
I don't know because they are like kicking ass as a unit now. I mean they're pulling for each other, but I don't know. That's a good question.
But it was 45 who originally called them the squad, like in disdain.
Oh,
But they
really?
kind of embraced it, as in like
Exactly.
AOC co-signed the comic for sure. Like she absolutely co-signed it.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
And the comic is called, the one I have is called Squad Special. AOC and the Freshman
oh,
Force
that's
Squad
cool.
Special.
Well, I'm not. That's cool, but Flavia, I'm not saying that they did or they didn't. I just thought there just seemed to be like this narrative that all of a sudden like they were like all knew each other, teamed up together like randomly, and I just don't know where that came. I don't know how. But it seemed to came out like the 4 of them were a unit together, and maybe that happened because Trump just went after the 4 of them.
That happened because Trump went after the 4 of them and
Oh, okay.
basically
But
said that they were
weren't
like.
they already grouped together in some way that he like went after them.
So Trump
Yeah,
basically
they're
made
all
them a super.
first year
kind of-
congresswomen that are
He kind of
progressive.
made them a super group.
Right, but how did he single the 4 of them out specifically?
Well, because
Well-
they're women, one's Hispanic, one's black.
Yes,
two
no,
are-
no, I know that.
Because none of them are white males, and he thinks that they're out to get him.
Well, they're all freshmen.
No, I understand. No, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not making myself clear.
They're all
It's
really
for all the
progressive.
negative reasons. He
Exactly.
singled them out for all the negative reasons.
So basically, the 4 of them may or may not have known each other, but they got lumped together by him, and so that association is what brought them together, and they've been doing their thing ever since.
They're like the
Yeah,
Fellowship
and-
of the Ring.
Well, and as freshmen, there might have been some camaraderie there. I mean, to hear Congress people tell it, there's some like you kind of share living quarters with folks when you first like go in or something.
Hmm.
So there
Well,
might
they
have
were
been
friends already, but like,
They were.
But- I'm sure they were friends already, like not close friends, but like I think it was like Trump's, like they knew each other, but I think it was Trump's tweet that kind of made like the American populace kind of lump them together.
Yes, they probably met once they were all like as a freshman class, and were like, "Oh, okay, let's all meet." Yeah, the newbies and everything.
I'm just waiting for the album to drop.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I mean, Ilhan Omar already made a cameo in Maroon 5's Girls. So
I mean, could they just get their choreography right, like NSYNC?
Well, we know AOC can dance.
That's true.
So I've been
She's a good
making
dancer.
I was making a lot of calls for Rashida Tlaib, and it's like it was like love or hate. I mean, there was some in between, but
But people don't have lukewarm opinions about her. It's to the extreme.
yeah, or you just don't remember those. But people were still going off on her impeach the motherfucker thing, and I'm like, God, that was so many years ago now.
Mm.
You know, they're like, oh, she's, and they're calling her like potty mouth. I'm like, where am I calling? Like, these people are the part
Rural
of,
Michigan, apparently.
well, yeah, exactly. They're like, she's a potty mouth.
Yeah,
What
Trump
the-
is not. He's
Yeah.
the most professional, most polite of them all.
Yeah, then this dude proceeds to like repeat to me like 5 or 6 times what she said. I'm like,
I'm
So who's
quite
the potty
aware
mouth?
of what you said.
like, who's the potty mouth now?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when old boy was going off in my thread about the pussy grabber, and I'm like, dude,
Like,
Wait,
you don't
what
have to keep saying
happened?
it.
huh?
Like he didn't have to keep spelling it out.
Yeah, like pussy grabber. Yeah, the pussy grabber. You just support the pussy grabber, and you know the thread I'm talking about, Emily.
Oh, that thread.
Yeah.
The one that you told us to stop, and then ended up getting restarted again, anyways.
Yep.
But after a while though, I kind of got the impression that you just kind of let it go because it was this let it rock because it was that same girl that like that time that Flavie responded to like saying like hyperbole or something like that. And
Well, the reason why I let it rock is because intelligent people were having intelligent dialogue, whether I agree with it or not, and they were coming to some conclusions and, you know, mitigating some things for themselves outside of the whole F-bomb situation.
Yeah.
And so that was, I don't have a problem with dialogue. I like to provoke dialogue. I have a problem if people are going to be outright offensive. And, you know, there's no point in any, you know, F anyone who didn't vote for Biden, F anyone who doesn't vote blue, F anyone who didn't vote for Hillary, like that. Like, I don't support that. That's disrespectful to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if I agree, like, I don't agree that way.
well, you can't
Yeah.
talk like that was you don't agree with how the sentiment was expressed, even if you did agree with the sentiment.
Right. And it's like, man, this guy is someone that I probably generally agree with the most in this thread. However, it's just the most belligerent and offensive
Yeah.
response, you know, way to go about it. And I can't co-sign that. You know, I don't have a problem if someone comes on my post and they have a conservative opinion. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with how you express your opinion.
Yeah, just don't shove it down people's throat, no matter
Right.
which side you're on.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you. I'd want people to be able to dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Which side are you on?
I get my education, and I've said this often. I'll stand on it. You know, I try to stay informed when it comes to politics, but I definitely get the bulk of my education from my friends that I respect that are more informed.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen to them. I listen to opposing viewpoints. You know, Flav will tell you as much. There are times when I wanted information on a specific candidate or a specific thing, and I'll post it to my page and tag people
Uh-huh.
because I want to hear what they have to say because they have a more informed opinion than mine. And I'll then go do my own research.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But I kind of know who can lead me in which direction.
Or the diabolical taking the opposing viewpoint to draw out their view or arguments and see if they can, you know, kind of tell you something you didn't know.
We're not going to
tell you
discuss.
That's also one of my tactics.
We're not going to discuss that. I fell for it.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. Sometimes you have to know when I'm baiting a hook. Like you can read certain posts and be like, oh, Ish is baiting a hook right here.
But I didn't fall for it in writing. I fell for it in conversation.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
All for what?
The thing with the immigration.
Oh, yes.
Oh, she took the bait hardcore.
What happened?
She was just chomping on that bait.
So they said
What happened?
they said that like
What
that
happened?
Mexican babies should be sent back down the river to Mexico in baskets.
Wait, what sparked that comment?
It was a whole conversation. It wasn't even a
Yeah.
comment. It was we were talking about, you know, immigration and Emily got very passionate about it. So me and Mike
Mhm.
saw it as a cue to kind of, you know,
To
Mess with me.
instigate. You little shits.
She's like, this is, yo, she was trying to be so nice too. She's like, this is sounding very xenophobic right now. Like, this is, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, you want to force these people to grow up and be criminals? How about you just put them in a basket, give them like a $500 stipend, and push them back across the river? And Mike's like, I mean, a basket wasn't too good for Moses. You got a problem with Moses?
That was awesome. That
So you guys were playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Like when Sam was like, how is Trump racist? And he was like, no, please edit that out. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out.
Yo, that's the first conversation I ever read with Sam, was him in Messenger talking about, listen, that whole conversation didn't come out. I never even got to hear the conversation. Because he's like, yo.
I think we were all like, are you
Edit that.
serious? Sam, are you serious? Oh my God.
He's like, I need that edited.
But I wonder what the status is for all of those.
lady had to talk me off a cliff on that one. I was like, what's wrong with me?
What is the status on those children that are still stuck at the border? Like there hasn't been any news.
I think a lot
about
of them have grown up now.
No, they
I think
haven't.
most of them are probably teenagers.
No, I'm serious.
One
Like,
of
are
them
they
came out
still
with
there?
One
What is
of them
the
came out with
situation
a
at the
book.
border?
One of them
We
came
have
out with a book which I highly recommend called
The
Growing Up
United
at the
States-
Border.
The United States has a secret Latinx baseball program, and they
Shut
all
the fuck up! I'm serious.
No, I don't know. That's a good question.
Then tell me how like a large portion of this Yankees lineup that I'm watching is not of Latinx descent.
Listen, we all know how Latinx people be like, 19 and you're really 27, and they come from like South America to play baseball,
Yeah.
and they use like someone else's name.
Oh, that looks painful. Sorry.
Emily didn't hear any of that, huh?
No, I did hear you. But
Yankees are more important.
no, they just hit my favorite player in the ass with a baseball.
They're just smart enough not to come play for a team called the Yankees.
I thought
Kinda.
there are a bunch of Latinx people in the Yankees. Why
There
are they
are.
called Latinx, not Latin or South American?
Oh, you don't know what the X in Latinx is for?
No.
It's basically because the Spanish language has it's kind of like engendered. With
Yeah,
like
Spanish
male-
is a gendered language.
yeah, with like male, female pronouns, and it's the kind of like get out of that binary thinking.
Like
Especially-
saying
for
Latin
example-
versus Latina.
For example, milk.
Okay.
For example, in Spanish, milk is a woman.
Yeah, la leche.
But you know what's always amused me is that the Spanish parts, that like the words for private parts in Spanish are misgendered.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere.
Like,
Really? They're like literally like reversed, or are they
Yeah.
just all male or all female?
no, like they're reversed.
So the la is for the guy and the L is for the woman.
Yeah,
No, it's
exactly.
not. Wait, what? In Spanish?
Yeah, la polla is the male appendage, and el coño is the female.
Are you sure? That's not how I learned it in school.
Did you learn it?
That's you learned the formal way. That's the slang way.
Oh.
Oh, so why would
Let's
this
say non-formal for posterity's sake.
Not that's the casual conversation way.
I wonder why casual conversation would switch it up like that.
And it also depends on the country. Like, for example, like some countries call the penis el pico. Some countries call it la polla. Like in Spain, it's la polla, but in Chile, they have the lottery building is like a very phallic-looking building, and it says but la polla means luck.
Why do you know this?
In Chile, Misha.
I mean, but about the sexual parts in particular. Like, you know them in several different dialects of Spanish. Like, you
Because
may-
because
She
Misha
loves dick.
told me.
Why are you guys obsessed with dick? When did this conversation come up?
At the dinner table. No, I'm just kidding.
You
I
guys
don't
are just
remember.
talking about.
Were you
about
eating a banana? He's like, Emily, did you know?
I'm gonna call
In
this
these-
banana Ricardo. We'll call him Ricardo. Dick,
But-
Dick for sure.
This
I'm gonna
came
get
up in a
canceled.
conversation. This came up in a conversation about funny misgendered things in Spanish.
And y'all just went right to the dick, huh? Y'all, that's where y'all went right to the. I'm gonna get canceled. They're gonna cancel me. Like, whoever watches this, they're like, yo, cancel this dude.
Oh, please.
I'm gonna have to start using Kelsey's picture.
Well,
I'm not-
I'd be interested to know if there's any consistency, like if some countries,
And Dick?
you know, are,
Well, geez, Sam, I don't know. Will you tell us?
what'd you say?
Well, geez, Sam, I don't know. Will you tell us?
No, what Sam
Sam, that
said.
was the best. That was the best, Sam.
I missed what Sam said.
Well, you wanted to know if there was any consistencies, and Sam said in dick.
Oh,
And I said,
No.
well, no, why don't you tell us?
no, but like in the countries that
Yep. I
that
heard you.
use like male or female pronouns, if they use them across the board for everything, you know.
Well, here's the thing, is that, like, any Spanish-speaking country, some things are male, some things are female, but because there's different words that are used, like, for things depending on the country that you're in,
Mhm.
sometimes the gender changes.
Is there a reason why, like, language evolves over time always? Why don't they just drop the L or the la? Like, just call the bathroom baño instead
That's
of,
actually a
like,
good question. That is a good
why do they
question.
have to be gendered?
And I feel like that's part of what Latinx is doing. But it is a good question why to even have the la or la there, especially as someone trying to learn.
Look who's being annoying.
But it's been a while since I've been trying to learn Spanish. But as someone that's interested in learning,
Yeah, I don't know why they don't drop it. It adds no value to the word.
Well, I say the same thing all the time. English is less complicated because we don't have genders. Like, who gives a crap if milk is female?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't
Oh,
understand.
and you know the funnier thing about it, though, is milk is female in Spanish and male in French.
Really?
You know, I
Yes.
spoke when I used to talk to people from when I lived in Germany who spoke English as a second or even a third language. They always said that the difficulties with English, because it's not hard to learn, is that when we speak our language very fast,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we have a lot of words that sound the same,
Oh, God,
mean
yes.
completely different things,
Like what?
like two and two.
Oh.
Mary, Mary, and Mary.
And also, it's like there aren't even like concrete rules in terms of like how you pronounce the C or an
That's
S
the
or
most
like one of
difficult.
those letters.
that's the most
Yeah.
Yep.
difficult part of our.
I think I was watching a TikTok of this girl who I think studied English. She's like, yeah, I think like if you think of Pacific Ocean, there are 3 C's there pronounced 3 different ways. Like that's
Mhm.
just so confusing. Like I wouldn't even know how to tell someone what the rules are. I'm like, that's just
Because there are none.
the word. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Look-
definitely have like the hardest,
Man, boy,
one of the hardest languages.
Speaking of, I have a really funny story about that. About words like looking and sounding the same in
Okay.
English. So this was like years and years ago when I was working at Starbucks. Like, you know how like in the like around Christmas time, sometimes they'll have like those cookies, those frosted cookies that are designed like polar bears or like or snowmen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like sometime during the holiday season, and we had like right in front of the pastry case, like 3 of those polar bear cookies. Like for 3 of like the polar bear Christmas cookies. So this couple comes in, and I want to say I wasn't quite sure like where they were visiting from, but they were I feel like they were definitely visiting from like Germany or Holland or Denmark, like somewhere in that vicinity based on their accents. But this guy comes in, and he looks at like he looks at the label on the polar bear cookies and looks at me and like looks at them and describes them in his head. He comes to me at the cash register and he's like, "Hello, I'd like 3 beers, please." I am like sitting there like, I'm like, what are we doing here? We don't sell alcohol at Starbucks. We're not that kind, not those kinds of drinks. I'm a barista, not a bartender. And then I was like, sir, I'm sorry, we don't sell alcohol here. And then he's like, no, 3 beers. You have them right here. And he starts like pointing. And meanwhile, I'm having like the worst time keeping a straight face. Like, and I was just like, I'm having like the worst time keeping a straight face here. And then finally, like, he points to like the bear cookies, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. 3 bears, not 3 beers.
Yeah, but like, how would he know that, right? And that's another example. Like, right, we have
Exactly
bear and
the
bear.
point. Like,
Yeah.
We have waste and waste.
Like,
We have,
I
you know what I
was
mean?
gonna-
Light and
I
light.
thought I was gonna die over that. Like,
But we also have like words that are spelled exactly the same way, but pronounced differently depending on the context.
Like
Like
lead
how
and
it
lead.
like invalid and invalid, or
Mhm.
like
that too.
read and read.
Lead and
What?
lead.
Yeah, exactly. So anyone who makes fun of someone who doesn't speak English perfectly because it's not their first language, I'm like, you fucking try to learn English if it wasn't your
Yeah,
first language. You know how
exactly.
hard it is? Like learning any language, period, is hard. So like, just because someone has an accent, you know,
Well, most
fuck
people
off,
who
they're
make fun
trying.
of other people don't even know a second language.
Exactly.
I felt
Literally
like-
never.
I felt like learning German was a lot easier for me to pick up than it was learning Spanish in school my entire life.
I could
think
see
because
that.
isn't English a Germanic language?
It is a Germanic language.
Yeah,
And the
so
thing
that's
about
probably
German,
what
though, German has 3 genders, so you think it's more difficult, but the 3rd gender actually helps you to understand the language while you're learning. Like it's more expressive, and it's just, for me, I found it very easy to pick up.
What is it? Like, I know there's like das and der and
Der die das.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Because
the 3 does.
my dad had been learning German before when he was still alive.
So what is the 3rd gender?
It's a neutral gender.
Why don't they just have everything neutral?
Well, because they have a different language when they're speaking, kind of like we do and kind of like other languages do, but they use it more often. It's this formal language.
Okay.
So like if I just meet you,
Yeah.
right? I might say "Wie geht
Oh
es
my
dir?"
God, what is going on here?
Which
What
is
are we
a formal-
doing here? What are we doing?
What is
It's
going
like
on? What's going on?
so I might greet you formally because I just met you.
Yeah.
but if I
That's
know
like
you-
Spanish.
Right. If I know you, the same greeting becomes more personalized, and I use different words.
Mhm.
Personalized, and I use different.
Is that
I might-
Zip? Was that Zip?
Yes, that was Zip.
He just made an appearance. Show him again.
He
You
left.
guys weren't paying attention.
I saw him.
Who's Zip? The bird?
No, the
Misha.
villain you just
Misha.
missed.
Oh, no, zip it up all the way, zip it up.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
How's it going, guys?
That's
Oh my
dope.
god, Misha.
See, he
Haven't seen
exists. See, he
She
exists.
wasn't lying about being married.
You know, you were there. You saw the whole thing.
So Misha's gonna sing?
I don't know about that quite so much now. He
Damn,
lost
what
him.
happened?
He's been having internet issues. Because he had internet issues the other night. He had to call it on the phone.
He pulled an ish.
He gave the Irish goodbye is what he did.
What is pulling an ish? What did ish do?
Not
the Irish
never coming
goodbye.
on. Never coming on with video.
I come on with video.
Every once in a while.
Just not when you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, this what we're doing now. It's my turn. This is what we're doing now.
Why are you so scared of me seeing your face?
Because you're very critical. He doesn't want to be criticized.
I've seen
What?
his face before.
Wait a minute. What? I'm not co-signing anything Mike says.
Look how cute John is. Look.
What up, John?
You want to go? Then why you keep jumping on me?
So your cat's name is John. You told us this before, right? It's more to it, right?
No,
It's like
there's
John
nothing.
John
Snowden.
something.
John
Okay, yeah.
Snowden.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew there was
What a
more.
Cutie.
That
He
is
keeps
a
wanting
cool man.
attention and then like squirming away. Make up your
Same.
mind, dude.
See, I think the reason why we got some ghost mode here is because
I have to.
maybe there's things that the public is not intended to see.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. I'll be back. Hold on.
Oh, Sam's back.
Things that the public is not intended to see, such as.
I'll tell you in a minute. Hold that thought. Well, says you must have put your glasses somewhere in the living room. Yeah,
Sam.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that? What was that beverage you just finished?
Watermelon juice. Why?
I was just curious.
Yeah.
I thought it was red Kool-Aid.
anyways, what I was saying was
Yeah, waterman.
before we had our glasses emergency over here, what I was saying was that maybe there's things the public isn't intended to see, like maybe he's naked or something.
Well, yeah, because that's what I do.
What,
I
so-
wait till like July 31st and decide to sit around naked zooming.
Well, I don't know what you do because I can't see it.
It's a hobby of
Isn't
mine,
that what Zoom? I mean, remember who's zooming who? Who was that? Was that Aretha? No, was that Aretha?
I think so. Who's zooming who? Yeah, it was Aretha.
Yeah, so that's
Yes, I love that album.
Generally,
Well, they got some crazy feedback.
We're getting hardcore feedback.
And we play whose feedback is it?
well, I'm muting and unmuting people to see.
I think we
Sam, it's you.
Yeah, it's usually Sam. Mr. Feedback Man.
Anyways, like what I was saying is usually at least like my main reasons for like what I would think main reasons for ghost moding would be is number one, you're sitting there in your boxers. Number two, you're doing something that you don't want to encourage the viewers to do.
That's a good one.
So
Yeah, he has been doing that lately. Actually, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I am doing that. And number two, I wear boxer briefs. I don't wear boxers.
Well, you say that like you expect me to know.
I would hope nobody wears boxers.
Well, someone probably does.
Okay.
Just not you, apparently.
I mean, unless
I
they're
haven't-
like unless they're dirt cheap. I mean, once boxer briefs came out, it was kind of like, why did we do this? Why were we doing this to ourselves?
Well, boxers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. It literally was like, why were we wearing boxers ever?
The point is, how am I supposed to know people's underwear choices except my own? And sometimes I don't even remember that.
But I definitely co-sign what Mike said because I used to wear boxers, and then boxer briefs came out, and it was really like, why did I ever wear boxers? Like, why did I do it? It is like torturing yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. What else was like that? There's something else that was like, why were they doing that? Oh, like when they got rid of tags, I think some of the, I think they started getting rid of tags on boxer. Well, maybe boxer briefs in general don't have tags anymore.
No, they don't have tags.
Yeah, that was stupid. Tags were stupid. Tags were really stupid in underwear. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of in general on clothes when you think about it, like the shirt,
T-shirts.
shit, like yeah, that shirt, like it just bugs you in the back, and then if you rip it without carefully, cutting it off, then you get a hole in your shirt.
I will say the creation.
Sorry to
of
hear you
boxer-
have these problems.
I will say the creation of boxer briefs was like a heaven sin for men.
Yes.
Like seriously, it was like a heaven sin.
Yeah, whoever
like-
did that must have been either a genius or like must be rich right now. Whoever.
And so was the creation of the sports bra for women.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank heaven for boxer briefs.
Yes. For real.
It's the
Well, thank
perfect
heaven for
media.
tampons.
Wait, who's
perfect
Kevin?
happy medium.
Tevin is the person that created
Tevin.
boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs, and it was the best creation ever.
Yeah, I don't understand guys that wear boxers.
we
You
were
just
just
missed that
talking
You
whole
just
block.
missed that
Oh.
whole conversation.
Because Emily's like, you're probably in ghost mode because you're either sitting around in your boxers, and I'm like, I wear boxer briefs. I would hope no guy wears boxers. And Mike said, yeah, when boxer briefs came out, it was kind of like, why did we do this to ourselves for all these years by wearing boxers? It's like
When I was younger, like I saw guys wearing boxers, and I'm like, that looks so uncomfortable to wear shorts under your pants. So like I had on a pair of shorts and I tried to put on pants. I'm like, this is terrible. Why would anyone ever do this? But
I mean,
there are guys that do that.
I mean, the alternative was worse.
Oh
Briefs?
yeah.
But why
Tighty-
are whitey
tighty
tighties so
whities.
bad? Why? Or going commando? That's an
Well,
option.
even in the name, tighty whitey.
They're
Tighty
not
whities.
that tight
It
though. If
tells
you get
you.
the right size, is it tight?
Well, it's just in general. It's just not. Just nowhere
Is
near
it
as comfortable as
tight?
boxer briefs.
Because it doesn't hold you in as well.
So
The whole
I guess the
design,
best
Boxer
way-
briefs.
the whole
I guess the
design
best-
is just weird.
yeah, I guess the best way I could describe it is, you know how certain clothing for women in that area, if it's like too
You could
tight,
say breasts.
no, not breasts. It's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, vagina.
Yeah. And, you know, certain clothing in that women can cause like irritation and even infection. You know what I mean? That's kind of like how tighty whities can feel, especially if like you're proactive, like sports or what
Really?
have you. Yeah.
Oh,
imagine.
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, if you're proactive, if you're, doing sport, if you're playing basketball all day or what have you, and same with boxers, right? Because boxers
Yeah.
get to a point where, like, they ride up in places that are uncomfortable.
Yeah,
They
very,
bunch up
very
and
uncomfortable.
then, you literally have to put your hand in your pants to pull. You know what I mean? Like, it's not cool.
Yeah,
So
Why
when
don't you
boxer,
guys just go commando?
because we have boxer briefs.
Yeah, but why? Wouldn't
So
it
I'm
be
gonna-
more
If you
comfortable to let it hang
because
out?
if you go commando, then your dick can rub up against your zipper.
Yeah.
Yeah. and that's-
Oh,
And that
okay.
hurts.
Yes.
and
that's
imagine if you zip it up and it gets caught in your zipper.
Ah!
Y'all have
American
seen
Pie
there's something
style.
About Mary, haven't you?
Say that again.
Y'all, you've seen There's Something About Mary.
There's
haven't
something about
you?
Mary, right? Like,
Yep.
listen, I'll tell you guys a funny story, right? So
Do we have a choice?
When you don't. So one day, this is some years ago when I was in the Army, right? We had to be in PT formation at 6:15, and we have these PT sweats, and we also have these gray PT shorts that come with this webbing inside. So they're like shorts inside of shorts. Like there's this like webbing that you have to stick your, your legs into that are inside the shorts. And it's a particularly cold day, but you have to wear the PT uniform. It's not like you can put on like, a coat or anything, right? You have to put on the PT hoodie with the PT t-shirt and the shorts, or the PT sweatpants. And on a cold day, you're putting them both on. And so I remember everybody cuts the webbing out of the PT shorts because it's just this uncomfortable webbing. And so normally our PT consists of like push-ups, sit-ups, some sort of calisthenics, and a 2-mile run. And this is like every morning. And so it was like December in Germany.
Oh no.
And I was wearing these PT shorts, and I had on, boxer shorts, because at the time there were no boxer briefs. So I had on boxer shorts and these PT shorts. And so my dick like fell out of the hole of my body, because there's no buttoning there's no button or zipper on the boxer shorts, right? And you guys know sometimes they kind of get warped, so you're sweating and I'm running. I had shorts on, so I wasn't exposed, but it was cold. So I'm running. We run 2 miles, right? And the problem is when you run, even if it's cold, you'll still sweat.
Yeah.
The problem is when the sweat starts to freeze.
Oh,
When you cool down. So even now when I run, like if I run in the winter like 18 miles, I make sure to stay hot.
You
See what I'm saying?
You hear how crazy this dude is? He runs 18 miles. Like, what is he, the Terminator?
So
nice, the gubernator.
So this particular day, the whole run, like, my joint is hanging out of the hole in my boxer shorts, right? And it froze, and I didn't realize.
You didn't feel it getting cold?
You do, but you don't think that, like, it wasn't painful or anything, right? It was just kind of like, it's just okay, my dick is cold. Until I got back into the barracks and got in the shower and the hot water hit it. Yo, listen. I can still feel the pain right now. I can still. It's like, when your fingers are really cold and you go.
Yes.
You go put your hands under hot water and it pushes the cold to the bone. Like.
Yes, I hate that.
Something just happened.
He's screen sharing.
Something just happened to the Zoom.
Flav is screen sharing right now.
It was the worst experience, one of the worst experiences that I remember. Like I remember being in the shower.
Did you scream?
Yeah, absolutely. I had no clue that was coming. Like I had no clue. And then I just had to bear with it, because once the hot water hit it, like it's not like I could do something to make the pain was not going away.
Why didn't you try to I guess cold water wouldn't work either.
No, it already, once it starts to push through to the bone, like it's all she wrote. What are we doing here? Soul on ice. Yeah, I felt like my soul was in pain.
How long did it take to get over the feeling?
20 plus minutes.
Damn, that's a long time.
It lingers, right? You're talking about blood, coming back into the area and warming up, and it lingers. I was out the shower, and
you should see the look on your face, Sam.
Speaking of which, the other bad thing about tidy whities is they're actually bad for the
sperm production.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I hear. But they're breathable.
I mean, if you're not trying
they're a bad design, because even the way that they're designed, they kind of like, I don't know, they're like, if they're a little bit tight, it's already like they're cutting off circulation.
So what you're telling me though is that tidy whities could be used as as male birth control? What?
So Cynthia,
that's a shitty version, sure.
So Cynthia, you're preparing to be intimate with a guy, and he takes off of his pants and he has tidy whities on.
I've never had that happen.
I'm painting the picture now.
Okay.
Does that end?
Hypothetically.
Does that end everything? Does
Is the
that bring
game
everything
over
to a
right there?
screeching halt? Tell the truth. Are we talking screeching halt here? Like pump your brakes?
No, because I mean, I wouldn't judge what someone's wearing, like their underpants.
Wait a minute. You don't think?
Like
In
if
the
they look
21st century?
good, if they look good and all the moves are right, like why not?
You don't think in the 21st century that something has to be said about someone who still has tidy whities on?
If we're about to have sex, I'm not gonna mention
You're not
anything
gonna
about
be
their
mentioning
underwear.
that.
I don't
That's
see.
such a mood killer.
Yeah,
Listen,
exactly. I
listen.
agree with you, Cynthia.
Listen, if I'm being intimate with a girl and you know, if say I wasn't married or what have you, and you know she removes her clothing
Hypothetically.
and she's got on some boxer shorts, mood killed,
Really?
and the mood deserves
How
to be
many
killed.
women do you know who wear boxer
Yeah, that's
shorts
true.
at that period of time?
I'm just saying, like mood deserves to be killed. Like, wait a minute.
I mean, sometimes I wear them as like pajamas, but
I understand that.
But
That
not
I
under your
understand.
clothes.
not under exactly. Thank you.
So
not
I
under
think
my
something
clothes.
can be said about the guy who goes out on a date and decides to put tidy whities on under his.
Here's the thing. This I
you're
would
gonna have
bookmark.
to. Sorry, I was just gonna say you're gonna have to like file this one under she does not agree. I don't think
I would bookmark it for a discussion later on, but I'm not gonna stop
She said
sex just because
I'd bookmark it.
you take a note and then
You
then
take a post-it note and then
if it ever goes like to a point where we're dating, then like I can buy them underwear and hopefully
Now, some people actually
switch
like.
over.
Some people, there's some underwear that's actually not tidy white. Like some people actually like, you know,
Speedos.
almost like, yeah.
oh god.
That I feel like more like European, you know.
yeah.
More like
Well, I
European
guess those
guys.
that would be like boxer briefs but just shorter. Or tidy
Speedo.
whities but just tighter.
A speedo and a boxer brief are far cries from each other.
Yeah. That's,
Well, no, but they're both tight. Not like super tight, but they're still tighter to the skin, right? Than a boxer.
they're opposite. The thing about boxer briefs is they cover.
We
more,
can't
there's
hear you,
more-
Sam.
There's more surface area, and they're more comfortable. You're talking about.
And I think they're
talking
more
about-
modest too. Like I don't have a problem walking outside in a pair of t-shirts and boxer briefs, a t-shirt and boxer briefs.
Right.
Like I'm not walking down the street, but I'm not worried if I'm on my back porch.
That's weird because like I feel like I wouldn't be comfortable wearing underwear like outside my house.
Now that's something that I want to have a conversation on, and not with you, but it's interesting. And I've said this before, and maybe this is me being misogynistic.
But
Well-
now you're having this conversation and you just
Yeah.
said not with you.
No, I mean not with you specifically, not aimed at you, aimed at the women here, right? Like, so is it just me? Am I wrong? And please tell me if I am. How in many cases, like exactly what Cynthia said, that women wouldn't be comfortable wearing underwear outside. And I'm not saying they should,
But we
then
would wear a bikini.
a bikini.
Yeah. I know, it's weird. It's
And in
weird.
a lot of cases, bikinis expose more.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably not as thin, right? The material's a little bit different.
I mean,
but you
there's
see-
some underwears you can't really tell the difference.
But I
They're
think
not
Yeah.
all see-through.
I think
The
it's
average
context
bikini, you can
dependent.
see more skin.
It's context dependent though. Like people like I think women like at least well, me. Like I kind of mentally associate like a bikini with like the pool or the beach and it's like
That's so true.
It's
and
the
I'm like,
psychology.
yeah.
Because I wouldn't walk out of my house in a bikini either, but I would wear it on the beach or at a pool. Yeah. I think Emily's
Yeah,
right. It really depends
I
on
wouldn't
the
go to the
location.
store in a bikini.
Yeah. I mean, if I had a banging body, I would, but I think
Even
the
so,
average
who
person.
does that? Like how
If I
many times,
can, why not?
how many times have you seen people like walk into the random Dwayne Reed nowhere near a beach with a bikini?
I did
I've
the
never
other
seen
day.
it. You
Exactly
did?
the point.
Listen, I work in the art district, so I was just telling somebody they were talking about I think they were talking about like well, I forget who we were talking about and what the context was. Oh, a friend of mine, and I'm like, man, I see nipples every day, and I wasn't trying to be crass. Like I work in
You
the
said that to me.
no one wears bras. Like 90% of the women, and you can be 80 and you won't have a bra on. And so the other day, I'm standing outside of the comic store because I help out in the comic store. So I'm standing outside smoking a cigar, and this tall girl comes walking down the street. She was beautiful. Not the other day, a couple weeks ago. Beautiful, tall girl with a gray hoodie on, and everybody was looking at her. And it was because all you saw was this gray hoodie and butt cheeks.
Like she was
And it
wearing
looked
no
like
bottoms.
it looked like she didn't. It looked like she didn't have anything on from the waist down, and everybody was looking at her like, "Yo, is this girl really just walking down the street with nothing on?"
Like no, not
And
even underwear.
she had on a bikini bottoms,
Oh,
but she was on the phone and she had been walking down the street, and I guess they rolled up,
Oh no.
and she didn't know. So it literally looked like she had on a hoodie that came to just below her waist, like covered the top of her butt. And then all you saw from the back was just butt cheeks, the gray hoodie and butt cheeks, and it looked like she didn't have it. So everyone was looking at her, like, and not because I'm sure people were looking at her from a sexual way as well, but it was really that this girl just come walking down the street with nothing on her bottom. Like, no.
Did this really happen?
Yeah, did this really happen? But no, she ended up like realizing, and so you saw her like adjust and like, okay, the girl's got a bikini on. But it was weird because she was like 6'2". She was tall, and she had on, and mind you, it's summer, right? You got on a gray hoodie and bikini bottoms.
I would be more wondering
but
why
you be
she's wearing a
careful.
hoodie.
Yeah, she had a gray hoodie on. A
That
Who
gray
wears
hoodie.
a hoodie in the summer?
I was wondering if there was drugs involved.
Well, I wear a hoodie in the summer, but then
In the
again,
summertime outside.
not outside. No, inside
Yeah.
when the air
This-
conditioning's too high.
Yeah,
Like
but
in
this
the
girl was
morning?
outside.
Yeah, she was outside.
Oh
And it was
yeah, but
summer.
that I don't get.
Yeah, it was out. She walked right down Elmwood. And I mean, you see things on Elmwood because it's the Elmwood Strip. It's Bohemian. It's the art district. It's the restaurant district in Buffalo. So you'll see. Mike will tell you. You'll be surprised. You won't be
What's funny?
surprised at some of the things you'll see from out of men and women on Elmwood. Like every guy out there is trying to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, and no one's really. If they got muscles, they're not wearing a shirt. You know what I mean? They're like that's just Elmwood.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Isn't that all of New York?
every athlete in the city makes
Ooh,
their
I
way
should
to
visit
Elmwood.
Elmwood.
I mean,
Is it like downtown Buffalo?
Elmwood starts downtown and goes all the way through the city.
Oh, okay.
But
Shit, I
there's
should make
one-
a trip there.
There's one area. Yeah, Elmwood's a famous strip in Buffalo for food,
Mhm.
especially for food.
My
But,
favorite's Allentown.
Yeah, Elmwood goes right into Allentown. Elmwood and Allen goes right to Allentown, and that's where it starts. Right, it starts at like Forest, straight downtown to Allentown. That whole strip, is always live, always.
Yeah, man, I miss Frank's. I miss going to Frank's, the freestyle sessions over there.
Yeah,
That was good
I used to
times.
love living in Allentown.
Oh, you lived over there?
Yeah, I lived with Otis on Virginia and West Upper,
Okay.
right around
Hey,
the
why
corner.
did you ever leave Buffalo?
Because we wanted to come to New York. Me and my friends.
You and your homies.
Me and Andy and my friend Craig.
Andy, did you and Andy and Mike, you guys knew each other in Buffalo?
Yeah, we go way back.
How's Michael doing? Michael Carr. Mike Carr.
Oh, I told you last time I haven't
Oh.
heard from Mike in a while.
He hasn't
from
heard.
Buffalo.
What's that?
He's from Buffalo.
I thought maybe that would have inspired you to reach out to him.
No, he didn't call Jason Lee.
Andy's doing well. His kids are so flipping adorable.
Yeah.
Like, they literally look like copy and paste. of the
Copy and paste.
Yes, especially. Oh my God, their son
Wow.
is so cute.
I feel like those are racial epithets.
What?
Ah,
I feel like those are
The
racial
son is.
epithets. Copy and paste.
Yeah, their kids look exactly like them.
their kids are adorable. Their kids
I
are adorable.
know. His son is so cute. He has like the biggest little eyes. I'm gonna show you. Oh no, I'm not gonna show you pictures, but he's so cute. Oh.
Yeah, don't be putting people's kids on world.
Yeah. I know. I'm not.
Yeah, then you're gonna ask me to edit the shit. I'm gonna pretend.
I
like
wouldn't even
am.
have to ask you. You would know to edit that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad they're doing well. I know Andy was going to law school? Is that done?
I don't know. Last I knew, he was still in school.
Okay. Emily, this is a question that I've wanted to ask you. Well, I wanted to ask Tarek, but since he's never on here. So what is his and Carmen's plan when the baby comes? What's
You know about as much as I do.
I wanted him to hop on, or at least I wanted to ask him these questions.
We'll find out in 2 months.
Are they finally living together?
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are. I think that's why Cynthia's asking.
Yeah.
Wow, so their parents still don't know?
I think they know she's pregnant, right?
They have to know she's pregnant. They have eyes. I'm not
she
sure.
could have just, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
She could just be wearing hoodies every day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that, they do know that, that they city halled it by now.
I can't believe they're able to keep a secret like that for that many years. And also, why haven't they moved in together yet?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is that I have the opposite problem.
Secret lovers.
I know they take really nice
They are.
they take really nice pictures together.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Is that,
I remember when I was talking to...
Is that a Babyface? Is that one of Babyface's songs?
Let me check. Is it
Or from the group?
Babyface?
Or for the group he
It's
was
from
in?
the group he was in.
The group. Oh, it is from the group he was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlantic Star.
Yeah.
Star.
They've got some
Girl,
jams.
you are to me all that a woman
Well, it
should
could
be,
be.
and I dedicate my love to you.
Sing it, sister.
Always. That's the guy's that part. The girl's part. A love like yours is special.
Yep.
Must have been sent from up above.
I don't know that.
I will love you now. For Always by Atlantic Star.
Always keep open know that
That
our
our
love
love
will grow and forever. This will
it will be
you
and me.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're like the sun,
That's
chasing all of the rain away.
that's one of the ones that they always sing at the weddings and whatnot.
Yes.
When you come around, you see. I can't sing, Cynthia, so there's no excuse.
Cynthia's not there.
Yeah, that's why she left.
You bring
bounced.
brighter days.
Yeah.
Atlantic Star. I forgot Babyface
Wait.
was a part of that group.
Wait, was he?
I thought he was a part. I know he was a part of a group.
Because he had another group with he had another group that had a great song that I always sing every once in a while.
Was it
Until Occasions. I only think.
Oh, that was The Deal.
Until
Occasion,
Occasions.
Day and Night. That was by The
Day
Deal.
and night. Boom,
That group was called The Deal.
boom. I go for broke if I could be
Yeah,
with
that's that.
you.
That's that Babyface note right there.
Boom,
That's
boom,
that Babyface
boom.
note right there.
Only you,
Mhm.
only think of you. Woo.
You know what I like, and nobody really plays it anymore. That joint by Groove Theory.
Oh, Group Theory is the joint.
Tell
That
me
joint,
if you
What
want
you
me.
Oh,
want
yeah.
me to
Give you all my love. I
and
Well,
promise
at
So,
the
that I'll
time,
be true.
at
so
the
I was,
time, they wouldn't stop playing it on the radio.
yeah, I was watching an interview of the dude who put that whole thing together. He's a fascinating dude. He's definitely like, he's got a lot of swag, and like, people are always asking him why he didn't do more with them, and it's like, it
He
was what
did
it
10
was.
remixes to that song.
Yeah, he's put together a lot of great music. A lot of great
That
music.
joint, just that whole the rhythm. Tell me if you want
Want
me
me
to.
to give you
Give
all
you
my
all my
time.
love. Though
Yeah.
I told you I'll be true.
True. You're the
You're the
perfect kind.
perfect one.
So tell
Honey,
me if you.
if
Yeah.
you
Yep.
want me
And
to.
then, okay, that's Groove Theory. And then who's the everybody move your body, now do it. Here is
Hey
something.
DJ, keep playing that
Yeah.
song.
Who's
That's
that?
Janae.
Oh,
Janae.
Janae, they were dope too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Janae was dope.
All
Yeah.
night. On and on and on. Yeah.
I know.
Yep. Yeah, they were, yeah.
Sam, I am impressed, bruh.
Thank you.
I am impressed. Sam's catalog goes deep.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I was brought up by, my mom was like a serious music fan, and she made sure that I heard not just that was popular at the moment, but also like, roots that were going back to the 60s and 70s, and
Okay.
but I mean, but also she was very in touch with what was hip at the time, not just what was popular. So
Sure.
I learned, and so I picked up those skills from her. So I give her credit. So Mom, when you hear this,
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Mama Levy Greenfield.
Yeah, my mom was very
I
much
call
the
her
same
Mama
way.
Carol.
I know you do. You don't call her Mama Carol. Thanks, Emily. She says hi, by the way.
You went over
Yeah.
from when you went over to walk the dogs.
Yeah, she knows I'm. She knows I'm chilling out with y'all. So she sends her love to all of you.
See, I wish this platform had a way I could like play a song like embedded right in the platform.
No, we'll get
Everybody would be able
sued
to hear it.
for the copyright. Yeah, we
Yeah.
have to get copyright permission. They need to
But
make money off of that every single time it gets played.
That's true.
We can sing them.
Yeah, that's okay. We can sing the songs, but we can't play the actual recorded versions.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
That's just
that's just us having fun.
Well, I
Like,
wanted
they're
to play a soul song that my mom did. That would be the ultimate irony: getting sued for a
Getting
song.
sued by your own mother.
Well, that's not where the lawsuit would come from, unfortunately.
it come from the label.
Yeah, it would come from the label.
No, it
that
sounds like a Cards
ripped her.
Against Humanity card, though.
It would come from the label that ripped her off.
Hmm.
As
Who
they
sang that
Something, I don't
reggae
remember.
song? Action.
Action.
Sweet. I need some action. Tender
Yeah.
satisfaction.
I don't know what you're talking. I know what
That
you're
sounds-
talking about, but I
That
don't
song
know the
sounds
specifics.
familiar, but I don't
That's,
know who sings it off the
That's
top of
Shaka
my head.
Demus and Pliers.
My chemistry is going. Can you cause a chain reaction? Action. Sweet. I need some action. Yo, that was my joint. Tender satisfaction. Yeah, Mike know that joint.
Yeah.
That used to be my joint in the club, man. That joint would come on in the reggae block. Yeah.
Man.
What about this one? Simma, who got the key?
got
the
key
my
to my
bima?
bima?
Who am I? You goddamn luck. How can I?
Yo, that was fire too.
Yeah.
You know what was fire was they did a so who was that?
Beep,
That
beep.
was
Who got the key to my Jeep?
not Bushu, but not Bounty Killer and somebody else had a versus battle on Instagram recently. Best versus battle ever. If you can look it up on YouTube and just take a little afternoon and like watch all 2.5 hours of it. It's like classic. It's a crazy versus. Uh, 2 Chainz and Rick Ross are about to have a versus battle.
Right now?
Really?
Oh,
As we
know.
speak?
I don't know about now, but sometime soon, maybe Monday. I don't remember actually. Oh no! I remember. It's on the 6th. It's on my sister's birthday. It's on the 6th. Has anybody watched any of those?
I saw part of the DMX and Snoop Dogg one.
Oh yeah, DMX was.
Wait, DMX and Snoop Dogg went.
It was pretty great.
I mean, it was great, and DMX finally got his air back. But in the beginning, he's just kind of like, you know how you do like after you've eaten like a huge meal and you've been kind of like out of shape.
You get the
And then
itis.
Yeah, and then you try to like.
You get the itis.
You try to rock out on stage.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't working. It wasn't working until his food finally digested. He even like made a comment, but for him that's good because I think he's been gaining weight because he's been in like rehab and stuff.
Who,
He's had
DMX?
Yeah.
He's had a lot of drug problems.
All I know is DMX got 2 albums, 1 and 2 in a row that came out 6 months apart.
1998, yep.
Man.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot and
Flesh of my flesh, blood of my
Blood
blood.
of My Blood, yeah.
Listen, that was an important part of my life. I don't care about anything else that he ever put out or how whack it was. Them 2 albums, bruh.
Yeah, he had more. I mean, but also DMX had some great.
People,
great
you're making me
movies.
think of high school.
DMX had some great movies that I've
He did.
watched many times, and one of my favorites with Aaliyah. I don't remember.
Romeo Must Die.
Yes,
Romeo Must Die.
Romeo
The
Must Die.
single most entertaining experience I have ever had. At the
Very
movie.
entertaining movie, yeah.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah, let me
Because
hear it.
When I went, for some reason, I don't know why, I was in college, so this was came out in 2000, so I went to the.
You watched it in the hood, didn't you?
Well,
Wait, what movie are we talking about?
Romeo Must Die.
I never even saw it.
I'm not sure. I didn't know I didn't know the surrounding areas of Boston well enough to know if it was the hood. But
There's no hood in Boston.
Well,
That's not true. That's not true.
No, there's too many white people in
I'm
Boston.
being a jerk because Boston is super.
yes,
Super white.
Boston is
Yeah.
super. No, there are definitely hoods in Boston.
That's where the almighty Rizzo comes from.
The who?
The guys.
Oh, RZA, yes. Yeah,
No. Almighty RSO. The guys that used to beef with Eminem and helped run the Source magazine.
Ah, okay.
Dave Mays and some other guys.
Benzino.
Yeah,
Benzino,
Benzino.
it's from
Exactly,
Boston.
Benzino's
Got
from
it.
Boston.
So I went to it could have been in the hood. It was at the Alewife stop on the red line. If you don't, but it was in this. It was in a big theater in a mall. So I went into the. Theater. I bought tickets. I went by myself. I guess nobody else either wanted to see it or did that weekend, whatever. So I went in and I walked into the theater itself. And it was one of those theaters that it like the one aisle was down the middle, so it was like bisected. So there were like seats on the left and seats on the right, but that's like how it was. Okay, so I start walking in and I realize everyone on the left is black and everyone on the right is Asian.
What?
And then there's you.
Yeah, so literally,
Wow.
I'm literally not making this up. So I'm walking down the aisle, and I realize that that's what's happening. And
Oh, this could be volatile.
Which side do you pick?
Which
So-
side are you on?
right, exactly. One of these things is not like the other. So I just start walking down, and I'm looking for an empty seat, and I can't find one. And so I'm like just going further and further down the aisle, scanning the crowd and realizing I can't find an empty seat. And all of a sudden, I hear this deep voice to the left of me going, "Hey, white boy, I got you. I got you."
Yo, you with us. We need more numbers. You with us.
I was like, "I got you, white boy." So I just
It's like, white boy, come sit with me.
I cracked up and I dove right into the seat, and like the guy, like we gave each other like a big hug. I'd never met him before in my life. I didn't see him after that,
That's
but
love.
it was just
That's
like
love.
me and his like he just like took me in with his crew, and like we just sat enjoying the movie for like 2 hours.
Were you guys like cracking up? Were you guys like cracking up the whole time?
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It was well, the entire theater, of course. There was like people were cheering and booing like the whole time, and like depending on who was on screen, like
It was like race war in the theater.
It was fantastic. Yeah, no, I know it was fantastic. It was fantastic. I've never had a better time at the movies.
No, that's very
awesome.
interesting. That's that's interesting because that movie, who was it? Was it Jet Li was the bad guy?
Yeah.
Jet Li.
It was
Jet
Jet
Li.
Li and Aaliyah.
Wow.
God rest her soul.
Yeah, that movie, if you think about it, on an international market, that movie probably did some crazy numbers.
It did do well internationally. It did better internationally than it did here, and it didn't do bad here either.
Yeah, I probably hate to say what DMX probably did pretty well on that movie. Some of that money probably led to some rough things for him.
Mm.
DMX and my dog's bite. Yo, he killed that verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
my nigga.
That's
That was your
always-
cue, Emily. You were supposed to
I
be like,
wasn't.
nigga,
No,
my nigga. Like you was supposed to come in on that one.
I wasn't paying attention.
For when rappers see that movie money, it's always like different. It's
Yeah.
always different for them. Just so,
Depending on their contract.
Yeah, but I mean, by the time you've done a few and you've showed that you can draw, DMX has been in enough movies where I'm sure they're paying him a nice little chunk, and he's getting a draw, and he's good, So hopefully he's getting a decent. Hopefully he even negotiates maybe a little on the back end. But they were talking about a movie he did with Lunel, the
There was
comedian.
a judgment.
And has anyone here ever read any Donald Goines books?
Yeah.
Issue?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So the movie, the Donald Goines movie that DMX did, right?
No.
Oh man, you got to see it.
What's the
What was
movie?
it called?
Let me look it up real quick.
Devil in a blue dress?
No, not that.
No, that's Walter Mosley.
Yeah, I know. I know it's not Donald Goines.
Okay.
It's just a great movie.
So it's the one where the father and son are going at each other, and the guy's dying in the back of a car, and he's telling his story. And
Is it called Never Die Alone?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to see that I saw that for my film critic class.
Oh man, what'd you think?
I wasn't crazy about it, but
Okay. I thought you were gonna say you read the book or something.
I did not. No, I did not read the book, but I recognized what you were talking about from your description.
Donald Goines' books are so
Yeah,
they are
David.
hard.
Yeah, I remember David Arquette.
Oh, David
was
Arquette,
also
right.
in it.
Yeah, David Arquette.
And I think Aisha Tyler might have been in it, but I may be mistaken about that. It could have been. It could have been. I don't know.
Ernest Dickerson directed it. Ernest.
Oh yeah,
Did Ernest Dickerson do Juice? Is he the guy that did Juice?
Yes, I think he is.
Yeah. So Rotten Tomatoes was with you, Sam. They didn't like it, but
Yeah, but so what? The critics aren't
exactly.
always right.
Yeah, exactly.
Critics aren't always right.
But I loved it I will tell you, they definitely stuck to I don't know, it had the feeling of the book, which felt good. Because you know how it is, you read a book first, and then the movies are often disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I'm not mistaken, it's got this like jazz, like this sexy saxophone playing through it, like almost like a Miles kind of like jazz. So it sets that like gritty, like almost film noir-ish kind of thing. It's got a great feel to it. But DMX I love him as an actor. I really like, as far as rapper actors, I'd say I've definitely put Tupac way above everyone else, and then DMX
way above everyone else?
Well, Tupac had far more
Who else?
charisma than DMX did.
What are you
in my
kidding,
opinion.
man?
Who else?
But there's
Yeah, who
also
else?
there's Ice Cube.
Cube?
Also.
Queen
Ice Cube.
Latifah?
Ice Cube.
Oh,
Well,
Queen
they
Latifah-
are a better team
Wait a
than the
minute.
Red Sox.
Queen
This
Latifah
guy.
legit has an Oscar nomination, so that has to count for something.
Yeah.
What movie?
For which movie?
Chicago.
For Chicago.
Was she really that good?
Yeah. Yes.
You
Wait,
know
let
what?
me-
I'm gonna be honest.
Yes. Here.
I think that I actually think I don't know why. I mean, I do know why she. Well, I feel like actually that I feel like she's actually been showcased better in other films for that kind of role. I think that I think they kind of gave her the Oscar nomination as like going along for the ride. But I thought I liked her. I thought Hairspray was a better movie overall. But I thought that Hairspray gave her like more of a chance to like show off. I think she only really had one number in Chicago. Like she only had one musical number, and then she just kind of like popped up at every other, like in like every 20 minutes or so, just to like have another line.
Her role as Cleo and Set It Off. Mind you, Mike, I'm not contending that these people are better than Tupac. You said who else, and I'm just adding some
No,
who else.
I still.
You're
I still
adding
stick,
in the
I
else.
still stick to my story, Samson Simpson. I still stick to my story.
Oh yeah, I didn't say that they're better. You just said who else. I mean,
Yeah. No, but
Queen Latifah, Ice Cube.
I still stick to my story that Pac is like well above.
Everybody else.
Yeah, I don't know that he's well above Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
As far as
come on,
acting
man.
goes?
Ice Cube? Are you kidding me? Ice Cube's a good guy. Ice Cube, you know what Ice Cube can do? Ice Cube can write the hell out of a story. I'll give him props for that. He wrote Friday, so he's always gonna have props from me. Writing is hard.
I don't think Tupac did enough movies for me to say he's well above everyone else.
He did a lot of movies.
Yeah.
He did a few.
Yeah.
What's a few?
Yeah,
He didn't do
define
a
a few.
Like
Yeah,
4
he
or
did.
5.
He did more than that, but he did more than that, but he didn't do more than like 10 films.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
he
you're
did.
right on
Okay.
that. But I will tell you what, all of his film co-stars said, like, I mean, first of all, he was called like what do they call him? The Dean, what's the famous Dean guy?
Dean
James
Martin?
Dean?
What?
James
Yeah,
Dean.
they called him the James Dean of our time. All of his co-stars said that he was like, his
No, he was
acting
super
was like
talented.
incredible.
Well, I
Like,
could give
incredible.
you one and maybe two rappers, but one for sure that I feel just from an acting perspective, while probably didn't even do it as many movies, but is a better actor. Mos
And that-
Def.
I don't know. Most stuff is all right.
I
Most
don't know if
Def
I've
is
seen most. I think I have seen Most Def act. Yeah.
Most stuff is
Um,
okay.
Yeah. Tupac was. Yeah. Tupac was.
What about Ludacris?
Ludacris is
As an
okay.
actor, no.
Ludacris
Yeah,
is
he
okay.
is. He's good.
He's okay.
I mean, the only thing I've seen him is in the Fast and the Furious.
Oh, you
He's
didn't
been
see
in
him-
Crash.
You didn't see him in
Oh,
my joint. Cause it's hot out here for a pimp.
Hustle
Yo,
and flow, baby.
Hustle and flow.
Hustle and
No,
flow.
we're talking about Ludacris.
Yeah, he was in
We're
Hustle
not
and
talking
Flow.
about Paul Walker.
Ludacris was in Hustle and Flow.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He was
But I
in
didn't
Crash.
see that one.
Yeah, I've seen Crash. God, that movie was annoying.
He was in No Strings Attached.
What do you?
Okay.
You know, Snoop
Other
Snoop had a role.
Whatever they
that
just
was-
said, I can't
that was
hear
very
because you're
different.
talking to me.
Snoop played like some hermit writer in like this like hotel
She stopped.
kind of place. That was very interesting. Like well different from like, you know, the normal like
You're
gangster
canceled.
place. I was like, that's interesting. Like
Okay.
that made me feel like, all right, you might be kind of like serious about this shit. And then
Eminem
50
was good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he was
Eminem
alright.
was good. Eminem was good.
In what?
You
I
ever-
Eight
love
Mile?
Eminem.
Hey,
Uh, well, there's
All right,
also
yeah.
he's also in The Wash, but he's got a small role. He's got a small role in The Wash. Yeah,
As in, it all comes out in the wash.
yeah. Well, The Wash is actually a Dr. Dre produced movie, and it's basically
What
kind
is
of
that
like
about?
a remake of The Car Wash, that '70s movie.
Oh yes,
you know,
that was a fun movie.
yeah,
Snoop
Dr.
Dogg was
Dre-
in that.
Yeah, Snoop was in it. Yeah, Dr. Dre is a very talented director, and I'm surprised he didn't like direct movies because the short films he's done, or that one. Wait, am I lying? Did he actually direct that film? Whatever. Anyways,
He might have produced it.
He's done some short. He's done some short films that were like amazing, or even like The Murder Was the Case.
Common is also becoming a better actor than
That's
he started
true.
out as.
That's
that's
true.
true.
That's true.
What I don't know what common. I don't know what common. is acting.
Barbershop.
Oh,
Common
okay.
is-
And he's
John
also
Wick.
in this movie, this TV show, The Shy.
Smoking Aces or something like that. He's in The Shy. He's in John Wick. He's in Wanted. He's in Common has a lot of roles in a lot of films.
Oh, that's right. Wanted. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
God.
There was a period of time when the barbershop movies were like the only things showing on the plane that I was actually interested in watching. So I kept seeing them over and over and over again on like cross-country flights.
You know who you could have said? Who might have at least given
Yeah.
me a little bit of smoke?
That's the only thing that they were showing that I was
Ish.
interested in.
I'm listening.
The one person you could have said that could have given. Oh, actually, now there's two. There's maybe two. There's a few, but you could have said Will Smith.
Oh, I love
But
Will
see-
Smith.
But see, you already
Sure.
know my feelings on Will Smith though.
Oh, I
Wait, what
forgot.
are your
I
feelings?
forgot.
So I don't think Will Smith is a bad actor at all. I think Will Smith.
He's amazing.
Well, I wouldn't say that. And this is what I mean. And I'm going to name a bunch of people, and you're probably going to be like, oh, I think so. First of all, and I'll say the first thing that I think Will Smith does a lot of films that The Rock can do. That
Oh, I love The Rock.
But what I'm saying is, I think that they all those roles that those films that they do for the most part are just interchangeable. Like almost every movie The Rock did, Will Smith could do, and vice versa. And what I mean
So
is,
I would love that. I would love to see that if
And-
if they redid the films and put,
Right,
like,
right.
The Rock in.
Independence Day with The
Instead-
Rock.
Right.
Yeah.
I would
And-
love.
No, I don't think
a
he'd be able to
remake
pull it
of the
off.
I want to
Well,
see a
here-
remake of The Pursuit of Happiness with The Rock.
No.
Oh.
No.
Now I will say because there are two movies that I saw Will Smith do
No pun
that
intended.
made me see him as a true actor as opposed
Can
to
I try to guess which ones?
I know what
Sure,
one of them is.
sure.
Was one of them Ali?
No.
Okay. Is it Pursuit of Happiness?
No.
I know what one of them is.
Is
What's
it
that?
Independence Day?
6 Degrees
No.
of Separation.
Absolutely 6 Degrees of Separation
Sure. Okay.
and Where the Day Takes You.
Oh, I don't know what that one is. What is that one?
You're
He
having
played-
trouble not interjecting yourself.
He plays someone in a wheelchair.
Okay.
They're all like broke in New York, and it's an all-star cast at the time. It's like Dermot Mulroney.
1990.
What is the
What was
name
it-
called? What is
what was
the
Where
name
it?
called?
Where the Day Takes You.
Oh shit!
Where
I
the
might
Day
have to check
Takes
this
You.
out.
Yo, the movie's
Yeah.
great.
Is
great.
it on
It got,
Netflix?
it got 80% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's an ensemble cast of who's who at the time.
Oh,
At
shit,
that
okay.
time.
Sean
So
Where
it's
the
like-
Day
Astin,
Takes You.
Balthazar
Yeah, Sean-
Getty.
Balthazar Getty, Sean Astin, Dermot Mulroney, Will Smith.
Whoa.
Go on, Mike.
Say what?
And at that time, it was like an all-star ensemble cast, and they all
Okay.
played like they were like a group of people who were like, they lived in the street, so to speak. You know what I mean?
don't see
And
this. Where the Time
wow, this-
Takes You.
Yeah, because this
Where the
movie
Day
lost
Takes
money.
Oh, Where the Day.
Yeah, it was a small film that actually lost a bunch of money.
but it was a great film.
Yeah.
It was Will Smith's like first major acting role, and he really.
Wait, was
he
this
really-
even before Fresh Prince?
Ricky
It was
Lake.
after Fresh Prince. Yeah, Ricky Lake's in it. Like it was at the time when it came out. It had
Me too.
it had like a who's who list of stars in it.
Kyle MacLachlan. You all right, Katie? You're gonna make me cough now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Now what I was gonna say about Will Smith, and this isn't a knock because I think he's great. I love his movies. I put him and not at the same level of acting, but I put him like a Samuel Jackson, like a Denzel Washington, in the same category in the sense that like for 90% of the movies, they're all playing the same character every time.
No, they're not.
I would not put Denzel in the same category as Sam Jackson and Will Smith. I think Denzel is kind of next level on that way.
But Denzel's always 90% of the time, 80% of the time, he's that some variation of that slightly shady cop. That cop that
Okay.
is a good cop but has something in his past that, you know what I mean, could be
The slightly
questionable.
Yeah.
shady
Can I
cop.
Speaking of
protest?
actors,
Wait, can I
Speaking of
protest?
actors,
that's
Cynthia,
The
only
Rock
time-
that you're talking about.
the
The
only
Rock
time I've
always plays the
seen-
same character.
The
He
only
does.
time I've seen
and Vin
Denzel
Diesel.
play a cop like that is Training Day.
No, Denzel's played cops in Fallen. He played a cop in
Yeah.
the movie with Ava Mendez.
Out of
played,
time.
Yeah, he played a cop in like he's played a cop or detective on some level multiple times.
In a lot of movies.
And it's
Um,
always the cop with maybe something questionable in his past, but at the time he's doing the right thing, but there's something questionable like money missing or something in his
Yeah.
past. You know what I
Well,
mean?
the difference between, I think, Training Day and those other roles is that in Training Day he's really just more out and out of a villain, whereas in
Yeah.
movies like in Out of Time and Fallen he's a lot more well, basically he's still somewhat shady, but he's a lot more conflicted about it.
So
It's
I'm
like the
gonna-
same character. You know what I mean? And he's good at it. He's amazing at
So
it.
maybe it's the roles. Maybe it's the roles he's chosen.
Yeah,
Fences.
that's an interesting point. I feel like, yeah, I
He
think
did
when
Fences. He did the one where he's the drunk pilot. That was great.
Fallen, yeah.
No. The one where he lands the plane. when
Sorry,
he's drunk.
flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That
No, he was
one
good
where
in
he
that.
lands the plane and that other plane.
He was good in that. Yeah, he was. I
Yeah,
remember
that was
he-
the ultimate movie.
He's
That
good
was
in most
actually-
of what
yeah.
he does. He's good in most of what he does.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
typecasted.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
true.
what I'm getting at. He is typecasted.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what?
true.
But that's
Denzel?
gotta be. But like that's gotta be. I feel like he's got too much agency to really be typecasted. I feel like that's gotta be him. Maybe he takes to those roles.
That's what I'm getting. I think he's complicit with it
Yeah, exactly.
in the same manner as Sam L is. Like Sam L is clearly typecasted, but he's complicit.
Yeah, Sam L. Yeah, Sam L is a little bit different than Denzel. Sam.
I
is like,
agree. I
Sam
agree.
is more. I mean, that guy is so many fucking. He's like broken the record for the number.
Yeah, I agree. I think Sam has basically more or less gotten by with on an attitude, whereas Denzel has occasionally really proven himself. And I'm talking
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about Glory and Malcolm
Glory.
X. Glory and Malcolm,
Oh,
and
Malcolm X, yeah.
Malcolm X,
Yeah,
and
Malcolm X. Or fucking Inside Man.
yeah.
Or
No.
fucking
Again,
Inside man, he's the cop.
playing the cop again.
That's all right. That's all right.
He's playing the cop again in Inside Man. Yeah,
The story really carries that film.
yeah.
I mean, he goes along with the story really well.
But then
Yeah.
there's also Fences.
Yeah.
See, Fences I didn't see. Was it as good as everyone says it is?
What, Fences?
Yeah. But
Um,
you have to be into those type of.
I
It's
didn't
better-
enjoy it.
it's better. Honestly, if you've never seen the play, it's fine to go see the film version of it, but it works better on the stage.
You know who
It-
played that role a lot better? Was who's the voice of Darth Vader?
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah. Viola Davis was great though.
Oh,
Viola.
she's always.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
Viola-
special.
I remember.
Viola-
I remember
yeah,
seeing
she's
that
special.
shit show of a movie with the fucking the bad guys, and superheroes.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. And the moment Viola Davis walks on, she's like already like made the movie seem
Oh, I
that
know.
much
I
better.
know.
For at least
The
like
mo-
while she's on screen.
Yeah. No, the moment I saw her on screen and then I was just like, how did you get stuck in this?
Yeah, for real.
Cynthia, you don't like The Rock?
No, I like him, but if you're talking about him being able to replace Will Smith in every movie that he's done, that's completely
Not
false.
every movie.
In a lot
in a
of them,
lot
I
of
don't think
movies.
he would be able to, because The Rock is typecasted more than Will ever has been.
Well,
You
Misha
know what,
said he
though?
did not want to see Independence Day with The Rock, so.
Yeah,
I
that's,
think-
it just wouldn't make sense.
I think The Rock could have done I Am Legend. I think The Rock could have done I
Yes,
Robot.
yeah, but we're talking about very small number of movies. I don't think
No,
The Rock could have done
I was
like
gonna I was gonna keep going.
Oh.
Actually, like I think he could have done Wild Wild West. I think he could have done iRobot.
No, I don't think he would have been able to do Wild Wild West. The Rock has always casted as someone who's like super macho and just fucking way too buff for his own
You know
good.
what?
That would not have worked.
I take some umbrage with that because The Rock is very charismatic, and every time I sit down and watch a Rock movie, I'm always very surprised how much I like what I'm watching.
Yeah,
Like, he
you
always-
smell.
No, he's a
I agree.
great
Yeah,
person.
can
I
smell
love
what
him
he's
as a
cooking.
person.
I can definitely smell what he's cooking.
Yep.
And
You know why? Because
Why?
The Rock has great energy. He has positive energy, like super strong positive energy.
Yep.
but also
That's
that
why
show,
he's one of the most highest paid actors.
that show that he has, Ballers, is fucking dope. Ballers is a. If anyone questions,
Yeah, Ballers is so good.
A show?
yeah.
HBO.
If
With
you like,
him
if
and
you like The Rock, you gotta watch Ballers.
What is
Denzel
Ballers?
Washington. Denzel Washington's son is in it. The Rock is in it.
Yeah, that dude is great too. Denzel's
Yeah.
son is
Yeah.
great too.
I'm
Denzel's
not
got a
saying-
weird relationship with his son.
I'm not saying The Rock is a bad person. I'm just saying I don't think he would be able to do a lot of the roles that.
Yeah, I think he'd surprise you, Cynthia. He'd
Huh?
surprise you. I think he'd surprise you.
No, I don't think he would be casted for a lot of roles because he specifically is that macho guy who's also funny. So he's like a teddy bear, is what he's usually casted as. He's not casted as someone who's like
He's
serious.
got more. No, he's watch Ballers. He's got a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? He's got depth and he's got breadth. There's
Range.
Range. Yeah, there's a lot more to The Rock. There's a lot there. There's a lot there. I mean, he goes through things and Ballers, goes through deep shit. And
Yo, Ballers is really good. Ballers is really good.
Yeah.
Ballers is a great series.
Ballers.
It's a great way for him to show off his
Let's see.
range too.
What kind of character does he play?
Sports.
basically-
Okay, he plays a
sports
fucking.
Yeah.
So he plays a fucking macho dude, just like every
No,
other
no,
movie that he's in.
no, don't.
Nah, that's a little different.
Why
Yeah,
would
it's
he?
different.
Why would he have to be a macho dude? He's an
Well,
agent.
he's an
Fucking
ex
look
football
at him.
player. He's an ex
Yeah, there we go.
all pro
Listen,
football
Hey,
player.
listen, the guy's huge. We're not gonna.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you put him in a role where he truly has to change himself,
saying
and then
he
he can
does,
show
though.
his range.
He's a-
No, he's not.
No,
He's physically.
Are we still talking about The
An
Rock?
agent
Yeah.
has to like use his range
No, he-
and his like talent and his.
That's what I'm saying. If a casting director saw him and thought that he had range, they would cast him in other roles other than roles that are like, oh, you're this huge person.
That's not.
Put him in a
most-
wheelchair and give him an Oscar.
No. What I'm saying to you is, listen, what's his name? Ari Gold played an
Jeremy
agent.
Piven.
Jeremy Piven. Like, that's an agent. So, like, no one should have looked at The Rock and been like, oh, yeah, you're perfect for an agent because you're huge. Those words don't even go together.
Wait, what?
They don't, like, you're saying that, like, because The Rock is, like, some huge guy,
He
plays
is.
an agent. It's only because he happens to be playing a football agent that you're saying that. But,
He's
like,
not just
an
playing a football agent. He's playing an
He's a
overall sports
retired-
agent.
Oh, yeah, see? Overall sports agent. There you go. Has nothing to do with his size. Has to do
I
with,
think
like,
it
his,
does.
but
Why
doesn't.
did it have to? What is the show about?
So why
It's
did-
about them trying to be successful as sports agents.
Okay. Why did it have to be sports agents? Because they thought of The Rock and they're like, okay, this guy's
Because-
fucking huge. So this
Because
is the role that we're gonna
Mark Wahlberg came up with the show,
do.
and
Mhm.
he partnered with The Rock on it.
Yeah.
But it was Mark Wahlberg's vision for that particular show, and him and The Rock just put $7 entertainment behind it and wanted to be
Mhm.
involved.
I was like,
But it's
that's all he put in
it's
was
a
$7.
compelling show. It's his name of his production company,
Yeah,
$7
no, I
Entertainment.
got you.
But it's because at one point in time in his life, all he had was $7 in his pocket,
Oh,
Mhm.
shit.
and
It's
he
like every
became
actor.
successful from there. So that was why.
$0 entertainment.
But I think both of you have valid points because I'm trying to think. Mike, you're right. I watch Ballers, so I definitely think your perspective is you're on point. But I also think Cynthia's perspective is on point because I'm at a loss to find work from The Rock that doesn't call from The Rock being a muscular action star.
Yeah,
Like
because it doesn't
I've been
exist.
trying to think of a movie where he played a role where it really didn't call for him to be a muscular action
Well,
star.
I think
Moana.
What's that, Moana?
He was a big guy in that movie too.
Yeah, but a cartoon big guy, not
I
a
think
human
if you're
big guy.
going to, if you're going to use someone in a movie, I think you're going to use all of their attributes. So I think.
Yeah, but his physical attribute is a big part
but
of why he's casted for some of these roles.
I've argued that he's typecast.
He's not a method actor. So
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I
He's
think
not-
Brill has no
I
range.
will say Get Shorty wasn't about him being muscular.
Get
And I thought he was
Shorty?
great in Get
Shorty?
Shorty. Yeah. He had the afro and he
movie?
was, yeah, whatever the one was with John Travolta.
Yeah,
Maybe it's not Get Shorty. Yeah, Get
that's
Shorty.
Get Shorty.
Yeah, he was in Get Shorty.
Get Shorty? What year?
You sure?
Yeah, he
Looks
does
like
the
it's from the 80s.
he does the Samoan dance and the whole nine. He's like this
Wait, from
guy.
2017?
He hangs out at the clubs, but he really wants to be an actor, and you know what I mean.
Get Shorty.
No, Ray
that- maybe-
Romano?
Oh, maybe that was
He's got
hang
the
on.
afro.
That might have been a whatchamacallit. Oh, maybe that was like the TV spin-off version of it.
No, it was the movie.
No, the movie his movie was John Travolta in the 1990s. Was Get Shorty the movie? I think they did. Maybe they made a series out of it on. with
They
Hayden
probably
Christensen.
did. They've been making.
No. But what I'm saying is The Rock was in the movie.
Hang on.
From what year? From 95? Ish.
I'm trying to think because there was a sequel to it as well. It's the movie
And I-
where John Travolta's like in the film business, but he's also like got mafia ties as well.
Right. Be
The
cool.
movie with that
Be
guy
cool.
No, be
from the
cool.
other
Be cool.
guy.
Okay.
Be cool. Be cool. Be
Okay.
cool. That was the sequel. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay,
Okay.
what year was this though?
That was what year was that? 2005.
I don't even see him in this post.
So,
Well, because he has a small role, but he's got like the
Okay,
afro.
but that's
That was
couple
also
things.
like a big. That was also a big deal for film nerds because it was the movie where John Travolta and Uma Thurman got on the dance floor again. So we were all like, oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a couple of things about this rapper actor thing. I mean, for one, Will Smith is like he hasn't rapped in so long that it's almost a little bit weird considering him a rapper actor.
yeah.
And then
Well,
two,
Will Smith don't got to cuss in his rap to sell records.
right? And then two, Donald.
So fuck
Glover.
me. So fuck him and fuck you.
Donald Glover. That's another good one.
Yeah, but I don't think. Okay, no argument.
All right.
He's
Okay.
only
No,
been
I'm
in
not
a
saying-
show,
I'm not
right?
saying he's
I don't
on
think he's
Mark's
a-
level. I'm not saying
I don't think he's a
saying-
great
No,
actor
he
yet.
was in Star Wars, like the most recent Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was?
Yeah,
He was
he's
Lando
right, he's right.
Calrissian.
Oh hell
I didn't
yeah,
watch
hell
the
yeah.
movie.
Oh, he was Lando Calrissian. He was.
Yeah, he was.
Donald
He was.
Glover.
He was.
Who was Lando Calrissian?
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
No, that's Billy D. Williams.
No, Donald
No,
Glover
in
is
the most
also
recent
The
Star
new
Wars.
ones.
Mandal-
It's Donald's world now.
Oh.
It's Donald now.
in the Han Solo film,
Oh. Okay.
which was an underrated Star Wars film, by the way.
Yeah, it was
Really
good.
was.
Oh.
Now you know my
I won't say anything about that then.
Well, I'm not a Star Wars franchise. This new stuff I'm not a fan of, but I thought Solo was fun.
Yeah.
you know my
Neither.
fantasy, right? My fantasy is Lando Calrissian comes from a black planet, and they do a Lando Calrissian movie, where we get to see a black Star Wars. That's my fantasy.
Yeah, I'm out on that one.
And then we get to
Hey,
see all the racist heads pop and like talk shit about why it has to be a black Star Wars movie, things like that.
Did you like the Mandalorian movie?
I've never seen the
you mean
Mandalorian
you mean
movie,
The show. You mean the TV show?
but there is a TV show.
Yeah, the TV show's dope.
Or the TV show that Disney did.
Yeah, the TV show's dope.
I thought it was
production-
overrated.
Yeah, I even though I like it, I could agree with that a little bit. There's a few episodes that are a little, they get a little cute. They get a little
I didn't
cute
care
for my
for it.
taste. It could have
I
been
didn't care
darker.
for it.
I think it could have been darker. It got a little cute, which
I
is
think
they
it's-
always want to sell. They always want to
I
sell
think-
toys.
I think it's a glorified spaghetti western that borrows
Yeah.
from Lone Wolf and Cub.
I didn't
Oh,
think it was
that's
that,
Star
I didn't
Wars in
think it was
general,
that
isn't it?
great.
Yeah.
Is that Star Wars in general? A glorified
I guess.
spaghetti western?
But I mean, I think the only Star Wars film that I really enjoyed was Empire. So
That was the best one.
I go
Empire's
with the
the
first
dopest.
two. The first two, Star Wars and Empire. I thought were both pretty great.
Because
I
then in
thought-
Return of the Jedi, you've got the Death Star being blown up and all those independent contractors.
in the Return of the Jedi, you got these furry little teddy bears beating the greatest thing in the universe with sticks
Yep.
and stones. And I'm like, what's
Exactly.
happening here?
Right.
what am I doing here?
But
No,
you
no,
do
but-
finally get to see Luke as a Jedi. So even though they threw some cheats in there, you finally get to see Luke as a Jedi.
Yeah, it was selling Luke. That's all it was doing. It was
Sam,
selling
I
the
was
Luke
referring
character.
to the Clerks line where they talk
No,
about,
we got you. We got you.
about the Death Star.
Yep, we got you.
Yeah.
All the independent contractors who got blown up.
Mm.
I'm just saying, like, every 2 movies they had a Death Star.
No, that's ridiculous. They need to get rid of the that's I'm so sick of the goddamn Death Star. I'm sick of that thing. I never want to see another Death Star in my life. I mean, Jesus Christ! Like, I gotta pay my money and I gotta see another Death Star.
Yeah, another Death Star.
Like, come
Like-
on! What other franchise has done that? I'll see that thing before I go see it in the movie again. Like damn, another Death Star, really?
Really?
And the last franchise, at least it was called the Star Destroyer. Now we're destroying stars. We move beyond destroying planets.
Oh, I didn't even catch that one.
Yeah, they had the Star Destroyer. Remember
Sam,
they
we
destroyed
can't see you. You look
they
up
destroyed the
Julian.
planet in the beginning of the third movie of the last trilogy, the first movie of the last trilogy. They destroyed a planet. I thought someone was gonna pop up with like, "Help me, Obi-Wan! You're our only hope." Like I just thought I saw that, and they even did that again in that franchise. Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit! I missed
Oh,
that.
this is disrespectful. This is
What?
disrespectful. They
What's
have Mary J. They have Mary J. Blige in this list of rapper actors.
When was Mary J. Blige like?
She's always been
rapping or
referred to as
acting?
the queen of hip hop, right?
Queen of
But
Hip Hop.
she's
Hip hop
Sings.
soul, hip hop soul.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're not gonna do this.
What
I don't-
what has
I
she
don't-
been in?
Mary.
She's been in.
She can act.
There's what is she in the Umbrella? No, not the Umbrella. What is
She
she?
is she is an
yeah.
Umbrella Academy.
Yeah,
She got
Umbrella
an Oscar
Academy.
nomination too. So like
She was
she's
in-
that's
She
Re-
was in this movie about black farmers, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mudbound. She got an Oscar
Mudbound.
nomination for
Yeah,
it.
that was
Yeah.
dope.
So that's like already like she's in the pantheon for that. So that's
Yeah,
that
but this is
qualifies her.
rapper.
I mean, yeah,
This
but
is
I don't
this is
consider.
rappers.
I don't
yeah, I don't think she's
consider
I
her
don't
a
I don't think
rapper.
of her as I don't think of her as a rapper, no.
She certainly can act.
Yes.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And sing. But I don't
Yeah.
think of her I don't think of her as a rapper. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just throw her under the bus for her singing?
I did, yeah.
All right.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I don't think she has the best vocals. I think she's phenomenal at what she does, though. As you know,
I don't think she
There's
I
no
don't think
agree.
I don't think she has the best voice in the world either, but I think that what she lacks in range, she makes up for in conviction.
I'm with
Yeah.
you 100%.
She's-
100%.
She
Yeah.
certainly doesn't have perfect relative pitch either.
Well, I
No,
have
we're not
conviction. I
starting
must
this.
be.
No, her voice is kind of sour, actually.
Damn.
The
But-
hell does that mean?
Well, she doesn't have the best vocal. It's kind of like
It's
time after
rough and
time.
raspy.
Time After
Right.
Time is one of my favorite songs. I can't hear it sung by anyone else, but I also don't pretend Cyndi Lauper is Aretha Franklin.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
But I can't hear it sung by anyone else.
But Cyndi
that's
Lauper
so
also, but Cyndi Lauper can sing too, though. Like,
She's okay.
I think she gets a lot of flack because of her accent, but she's actually that.
I don't
you
give
know,
her flack because of her accent, though.
She has an accent?
Yeah,
I was just thinking that.
We did
Does-
her accent. We did it.
I love Cindy.
Yeah, I love her too. I saw her in concert. She was great.
I just don't think her vocals are the greatest, but I do love Cindy, and I own her. I own her music. I want to hear her sing her songs and not
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah,
Yeah. I feel the same way.
yeah.
But that's some people know how to put other stuff. It's the soulfulness that Mary has.
Yeah.
The pain she puts into it. It's like the same thing. They say about
Mary's
Bob
aura,
Dylan.
she's bad.
What's that?
Mary's aura. I said Mary's aura. She's bad. Like she's not the best singer, but what she does it.
Yeah,
No one else can do what she does.
Yeah.
Who?
Mary
Mary J. Blige.
Oh,
Soul.
I mean, she sings people's pain, right? So many people relate to her.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Bob
Her
Dylan
albums.
or
And she got to be
Neil Young.
going through the pain for it to be good.
Yeah.
Unlike Alicia Keys.
Unlike Alicia.
Oh
my
Keys.
God.
Oh boy. Alicia
Oh wow!
Keys.
Did we just do a? Did we just? Was that
I did
like,
that. I did
was
that.
that all across
I
the
did
board?
that.
He did
I
that.
did that.
No, I
I
think we just had
co-signed
a
it. He did it.
we just had a unanimous sigh across the board. That was
Yeah.
beautiful. That
Yeah.
was beautiful.
I'm not sighing because I think she's a bad singer. I'm sighing because I don't agree with everybody.
Oh, so you
I
think
don't think she's.
I
think
don't
Alicia
have
can-
an opinion.
you think Alicia can sing?
I do. We've had this discussion before.
Oh, have we? How about you, Sam?
She's definitely a better actor.
Do I
She's
think Alicia-
acted.
Yeah,
Do I
Yeah.
think Ali-
Yeah,
Do
she's
I
good
think
actor.
Alicia Keys can sing?
Yeah. Okay, that's all you
There
gotta
you
say.
have it. There you have it.
I'm gonna screenshot. Here, how do I
Enough
screenshot
said.
this?
Enough
I
said.
think
I'm gonna
I
screenshot
think
that
she's.
face.
I think she's a beautiful woman.
Oh
in other
my
words,
God,
in other
Sam.
words, he's saying, "Bless her heart."
No, I'm not quite going. No, I'm not going that far. But
I will
I'm
also
not
say
gonna-
highly talented too.
I'm not saying she's Whitney Houston, but to say that she
Hey,
can't
yeah.
sing, like that's so harsh.
Okay, we're
She's-
canceling Cynthia. She just put Whitney Houston in the same breath as Alicia Keys.
I said she's not.
Oh,
Do you think Whitney Houston is a good singer?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I
not saying-
do I
I'm not
think
saying
diamonds in
Alicia-
my pocket will make me rich.
I mean, Alicia is. How do I say?
Not
this
if you
about
don't sell them.
Alicia?
Right.
How do I say this about Alicia?
You
Alicia
said
has
it.
nice. Alicia has nice
It's-
songs. Let's say that.
She's pleasant. She's pleasant. She's like
She doesn't really sing in her range is the problem.
Exactly. Thank you.
she doesn't have
does
much
not
range
sing
to
in her
speak
range.
of.
Yeah.
She doesn't have much vocal range
But
You know
to
what?
speak of.
what I'm
You know
saying
what?
is she tries to
She's
sing notes she
often-
can't hit.
And she's often
Exactly.
she's oftentimes very flat.
Mm-hmm.
She
And it's
doesn't
like,
have
oh.
the range, but she makes up for it in conviction.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't even have.
doesn't.
She doesn't even have the
much
conviction. She
Yeah.
doesn't even have the conviction.
Like when okay, I'll give
Alicia
you,
Keys
here's the-
sings like a piano teacher.
Yes.
What the hell does that mean?
Your piano teacher can't really sing all like that.
Can't
She
really
doesn't-
sing, but can
piano
point you in the
teacher
right
doesn't have
direction.
soul. Yeah,
Those
yeah,
that can't
exactly.
do teach.
Yo, you guys are so fucked
That's
up.
the thing. Like when here's the thing. Her first album is fine. When she came out with her first album, I was like, oh, this is really cute. The problem is that she's
Bless
been-
her heart.
No, I don't mean it in a bad way. 'Cause for
How
a ni-
cute.
It was
no,
well
seriously,
produced.
I don't mean that. Yeah, and for a 19-year-old, that was pretty good. However,
Black
unfortunately, ever
R&B
since
singer
then,
plays piano. It was different. That's how
What?
she was marketed.
Plays
A black-
classical
a
piano
black-
too.
A
Yes,
black
exactly.
R&B, a black R&B star plays piano. It was different. We
Yes,
had to see
exactly.
With all due
And-
respect, your local
that was-
piano teacher always thinks that they can sing the best or do anything the best.
it. They know. No, they
And-
know.
exactly, and that's what made her. That's what made her different. That's what made her special. And for a 19-year-old, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, she's highly
Unfortunately,
talented.
yes, she is. Unfortunately, she's been doing that same thing over and over ever since. She hasn't changed She hasn't changed up one beat. So
She did
not
have more
elevated
than
at all.
one good album though. That one album that everyone was singing the song, that one song
What,
she
New York?
had. No, not New York, the other song.
no one. No
New York was
one,
Jay-Z.
Album was good.
No one. No. Yeah, she's gonna have a nice collection of greatest hits.
I like That Girl Is on Fire.
Oh, okay.
So
She's a
you
great
know
songwriter.
who doesn't have
When
much
I hear
range?
"Girl Is on Fire," I want like passion and emotion and screaming. I'm sorry. That she sounds like she's falling asleep.
Yeah. You know who doesn't have much range but knows how to rock it? Is Macy Gray.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
try to
range.
say goodbye. I'll be feeling her pain.
Try to walk away.
Try to walk away and I stumble.
Now that is someone who
I be
knows how to
feeling her
use what
pain.
she got. She knows how to use what she has.
Macy
She did
remind me
a,
of them old women that used to sing in the bar. Be drunk.
Tracy Chapman.
She did a remake
I
of
fucks
like
with
three.
Tracy.
Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around.
Yeah.
Give me one reason to stay
Definitely
here.
one of the best folk singers of our time.
Fast car,
I mean,
baby. Fast
We can
car.
come up with a lot of singers that suck, but are awesome. Like
Right.
vocally,
Hey.
they're not great, but are absolutely awesome. Alicia Keys just isn't one of them.
Listen,
Mm.
Madonna would not make it past the trial round of American Idol, but we
And
would
she's
not-
awesome.
our world would not be the same
Really?
without her music. Like, she's amazing.
But Madonna has spunk.
She has
And
unfortunately-
Madonna came a long way from the 80s when
She
like
really did.
there's a reason why she remade Like a Virgin, and you can like the remake is so much more soulful than that original one.
Mm.
She did the original.
Oh, this is what we're doing.
Please, no.
We're
No,
gonna
turn it
we're
off,
gonna
turn
get
it off, turn
flagged.
it off.
We're gonna get flagged,
Turn it
Cynthia.
off.
Cynthia,
Oh.
we're gonna get flagged.
Turn it off,
We're
Cynthia.
not allowed to
Cynthia,
play music.
copyright infringement.
Yeah, we're not allowed to play people's music.
Copyright infringement, Cynthia.
But
We'll
what
get-
you can do, Cynthia, is
No.
you can sing it.
It's sing.
I'm still gonna listen to it. You can't hear it, but I. Ooh, that was a cute dress.
Good. Good. I don't want to anyway. It sounds like she's going to sleep. She sounds like she's Nora Jones.
I do like that song though.
I
Oh,
know.
that's a cute dress.
I mean, I could sing it. Like,
Go ahead, sing it for us.
this girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. Etc.
It's better
Yeah.
than Alicia.
I don't
Yo,
know.
that's so fucked up.
What
I
did you just
appreciate
say?
I appreciate Alicia for her like no makeup thing and like I respect that stuff.
She wears
Mm.
makeup.
Just not the singing.
I think her nose is great. Never let me stop. What am I doing?
You know who else is who's not like worth shit as far as like talent wise is Ashanti.
I know.
Now
Yo.
Ashanti can't sing and she can't dance. Like if you're gonna be just like a pretty woman that who was it Murder Inc. puts out, you at least have to be able to dance on stage. Like you can't sing. Ashanti is just horrible. And then who else you have?
They was trying to fill a Leah void with her.
You have who's the actress that Fat Joe put out that can't sing with the lip?
J-Lo?
J-Lo. J-Lo's butt. J-Lo can't sing to save her life.
You know who I don't think can sing, and I don't know why people say she can?
Who?
Queen Latifah.
Oh, she
Isn't
tried
she a
though.
rapper?
Yeah, she tried it.
Yeah.
I mean, as far
Singing
as
is not her strong suit.
you know what happens is like you catch a good note and somebody's like, "Oh yeah, okay, you can sing," and then you just go too far.
But she's not a singer. She's
No, she has
Right.
whole albums.
She
singing,
can sing though.
That's the
She can
problem.
sing.
She
She's just
has
not a
whole
great
albums.
singer.
Yeah, she has whole
well.
albums.
Then, if you're not a great singer, can you sing? That's like saying I can sing.
Well,
Well,
the
actually,
thing
yeah,
is,
that's exactly what it sounds
Like
like.
her
She can
singing
har-
albums
she can
get better
harmonize.
numbers than her rapping album.
like, I think she's one of those singers that her songs are better off complimenting her raps, kind of like Nicki Minaj,
Exactly.
rather
Like
than
on the-
acting
Like
as her.
Eminem.
Yeah, like
Like
on the
Nicki
hook.
Minaj.
How often does Eminem actually sing?
He
Unfortunately,
sang
a
in
little too
Mockingbird.
much. Yeah,
I guess that's
unfortunately,
true.
a little too much. It's kind of
No, it's
ironic
perfect.
because him and 50 destroyed Ja Rule for singing too much, and then they
And
started.
Ja Rule actually could hold a note.
That's
Oh.
not why they destroyed him, but okay.
Well, it's what they said. What 50 used to get on him for was because he sang.
Well, and now all
And then he
supposed
started singing.
rappers sing.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do it tastefully. You know what I mean? You do it a little bit, but if you it's just got to be tasteful.
Well,
A
like
little sweet on the hook.
I think Shakira sucks as a singer, but every time Hips Don't Lie come on, like I'm dancing. Every time. And I think
Yeah.
her as a singer, I think she's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm not into Shakira.
I think she did good on Beautiful Liar with Beyonce.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
What's that?
But let's be real. Shakira
Beautiful
is
Liar?
popular because people want to look at her, not because people want to listen to her.
Well,
I like Hips Don't Lie.
Yeah,
I
that
also
shit
think
was good.
She's also a good dancer.
Yeah, but
an
I just
amazing
love
That involves looking at her.
she makes me feel some type of way when she was like just when she says what she says in Hips Don't Lie, I be feeling some type of way. I'm like, okay.
What does she say? What,
Well.
What's with the coffin, yo?
I guess you're gonna have to
It's-
Google. You're gonna have to do your Googles.
It's quite explicit in nature.
And it's spoken like it's the
so it's
words.
the delivery that gets it for you.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Like he feels like she's singing to him and only
to
him.
me,
Is what he's trying to say. So
I think we need to ask Google the lyrics because I don't think we could say them on TV.
we don't need to ask Google. We already know what she's saying. I'm on tonight. My hips don't lie. Like that's.
I'm on tonight.
You meant that part. I thought you were talking about the more obscure lyrics.
No,
That's what I thought too.
The attraction. It's the attraction. So come on, we know what's going on here.
It's
fine.
like that one R&B song with the guy and the girls. I forget what it's called, but to me it's a dope song. But it's where they go
Isn't that every R&B song?
with a guy and a girl.
Sometimes.
That's not every. That's sometimes.
No, I'm making fun of the fact that you're saying,
Oh.
you know that song with the other song with
the
that
song
guy?
is well. I was gonna tell you the song. It's it goes and I just love the song, but it goes and it's not the greatest R&B song. I just love it. It's where she's like, "So feels like you're dancing kind of close, feel a little."
Oh,
That's
coming
Next.
Close by Next.
over."
Next,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
step back, you're dancing
Is it
kind
kind
of
of
close.
close?
I feel
Uh-oh.
a little poke coming
Come in.
through.
Now you're
Uh-oh.
making me
you.
think of a middle school dance.
Now,
so
girl,
it's
you
not.
know you felt it.
Cynthia, you got a little bit of a voice there.
No.
Yeah.
That's a good song, and I didn't realize how explicit it was till I was an adult. And I was singing it. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. I get so excited. Listen, you're making it hard
Is
for
that
me.
what we-
Like
is
there's
that
a double
what you call
entendre
it?
there. Like, you're making it hard for me? Really? What are we
That's
doing
all
here?
out on Front Street then.
Oh,
It's
there
not-
are several songs that I used to love listening to when I was a kid because I thought they just sounded so great and beautiful. And then I sang one of them at karaoke, and I was like, oh. I
Which
was
one?
like,
Listen,
What was another one?
never realized. And so yeah,
I'll,
those things.
I'll give you one. All I Want to Do by Heart.
Yeah.
When I really realized what she was talking about, I'm like, oh,
What are the lyrics?
All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You by Heart.
I don't know that song.
So what she's doing is she's driving. She's married, right? I didn't even know this till I was an adult, and I loved Heart. So she's married, but she can't get pregnant. And like this is revealed in the song, and she's like driving in the rain, and she just pulls up to this stranger, and she's like, "Hey, let's go to the hotel and handle business." And then she
What?
she like leaves him there. They have sex. He wakes up in the morning. She leaves a note. He doesn't see her till years later, till a couple, like maybe 2 years later, and she's holding like a 2-year-old kid. And
Oh.
the 2-year-old kid
You know
has
what?
his eyes.
You know
And-
what? Yeah. All that she wants is another baby, and she's gone tomorrow, boy. So
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
All that she wants is another baby.
exactly.
Hey, hey. It's like, wait a minute. Oh,
And
that's
then
what this means.
and then there's always the Spice Girls. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
They're like,
yeah.
there's no hidden message there.
No, there's no hidden message there.
Wait,
and there's
we
nothing,
know what you want, Posh Spice.
There's
But
no
in that
sex.
Heart song, I just love that. All I want to do is make, because they, Heart is so powerful. You know what I mean? They really, you feel them. They put a lot of feeling into their music. So, you
Mm-hmm.
kind of get lost in the melody of the song. And I'm realizing, like, wait a minute. Oh, she just pretty much rob this dude for his seed and bounce so she can go back to her husband and raise the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That's
Yeah.
implying that the husband had no sperm and was shooting
Well, he
blanks.
couldn't get her pregnant. That's what she said. She
Yeah,
was like,
he
"Yo,
was
we
shooting
walked in the
blanks.
garden, we planted the seed. What he couldn't give me is the one thing that you could. You know what I mean? Like that's it. That's all I want from you." She was like, "I said,
Yep.
please understand. I'm in love with another man. What
Yep.
he couldn't give me is the one thing that baby you can. All I wanna do is make love to you.
Yep.
Say you will. You want me to." Yo, that was my joint. I love that song. I love
Mm-hmm.
Harto. But I didn't
Yeah.
realize where they was going until I'm like, oh, I'd never seen the video. I just knew the song. I saw that video. Things started clicking.
Hey, how could
Right.
you not seen the video? Didn't MTV actually show videos back then? Come on.
You know,
Yes.
I went outside when I was young.
Good for you.
So did I. I didn't watch MTV until I was like 13.
That was young for me. I was still going outside.
Good for you. Good for you.
I grew up in the hood, so I went outside for a lot of years.
long time.
Like we went
Very
outside
long
for a
time.
long time.
Good for you. Yeah, good for you. I remember, I got the opportunity. I remember I sang one year. I sang actually a couple of years ago. I sang "Cruisin'" by Smokey Robinson.
One
at
of my
karaoke.
favorites.
I
Play it
know.
almost every other day.
I seem to
I
remember this
love-
situation.
I loved that song so much as a kid. Growing up, and it was just like it's such a beautiful, and he had such a beautiful voice and the harmonies. And so then I sang the lyrics, and I was just like, oh my god. I was like, this is really intimate, and I am singing this to a bunch of my coworkers.
Oh, that was to your coworkers? I seem to
Yeah,
remember
we all went.
happening with
We all
us.
went out. Our coworkers. We all went out like for karaoke after work one day, and I was like, oh my god, this is awkward. Yep.
This is not a one night stand.
Wow, who's singing right now?
Me.
That sounded awesome. That sounded amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
What did I miss Nish saying?
Yeah.
I love that song. I play it literally every other day. If
Yeah.
I'm working, that's the
I love
first
it
thing that I
too.
play.
What song?
I love it too.
Cruisin'.
Cruisin' by Smokey Robinson.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yep.
Smokey's one of the best. He's one of the best writers. He's actually one of my favorites.
Yeah. Exactly.
He
And
wrote
then of
stuff
course,
that was like as if he knew like hip hop sampling was going to be a thing one day or something. It's like he almost like wrote stuff that had like
Maybe he sensed a disturbance in the force in the future.
You know, Part-Time Lover was another one of those songs that was a revelation to me.
Oh, yeah. What kind of revelation?
Oh, that they're creeping.
Oh, I see.
Part-time lover.
That they're creeping.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
he
that
gives the
was-
formula. He's like, listen, if we see each other on the street and with our friends, we'll just pass each other like we don't even know each other. Like, yo.
So Ish, you know, it was a song for me that was like, when I was singing it, I don't think I knew I was singing. I was in high school. There was this group. The name of the song was "Come Inside." Do you remember that song?
Already, I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
mean, come inside. How's it go? Give me some snippet. Sing for it.
Come inside. I'll keep you satisfied tonight.
Oh, God.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I think this is a little before my time, but
Yeah, they were kind of a one-hit wonder.
Yo, who sung that, Mike?
Intro.
Intro, that's right. Yeah.
So I felt I had the same problem with this group
That was
called
a
Two
dope
Live
album.
Crew.
That was a good song.
I used to sing these songs from Two Live Crew. It was a group called Two Live Crew.
Oh, I love Two Live Crew.
And I had no clue what these
oh, God.
what they were
Oh,
saying,
my
what they
Lord.
meant.
I
you
know.
They're so fucking dirty.
Apparently-
The dirty nursery rhyme.
Apparently, I was reading somewhere that, like, Uncle Luke tried to, like, apply for a job as, like, a high school football coach, like, later on in his life, and he actually like failed a background check because of his lyrics.
Really?
Yeah, like people actually threw a shit fit saying he didn't deserve to be around children because of his lyrics.
That's
Oh
so
Lord.
I remember watching Full Metal Jacket and like that's where they got that sample from.
Yep.
Where they're like, "Me love you long time." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yo, that's where they got that from."
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Full Metal Jacket, great movie.
Yeah.
the first act was really great.
The first act was great. Yes. Yeah. I agree with Ish. I think the first act was great. I think once they actually got to Vietnam, I think it kind of fizzled out.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I wish y'all could have seen the look on my face when I realized that Little Red Corvette was not actually about a car.
I think that
That's
was
another
the one
story
that I was.
entirely.
I think that
Little
was the
red
one I was there
Corvette,
for.
Yeah.
baby, you're much too
Too
fast.
fast. Yes, you are.
Little red Corvette, 1999 album.
Yep. You need a love that's gonna last, and I
Great album.
It
Well, I
wasn't
guess I
until
should have known. By the way, yo,
parked that by the way you parked your car sideways
Yeah.
that it wouldn't last. And it wasn't until I was like 19 when I realized what he was talking about, and I was like, yeah, it was
Well,
like,
clearly somebody was driving a stick shift there, you know?
yes.
I mean, you probably should have cross-referenced that track with Little Nicky, right?
Yeah, right.
I suppose so, but I didn't.
Met her in a hotel lobby.
Yep.
People say she was a sexy.
Magazine.
Yeah.
Said you had to waste some time, and I
Mhm.
could not resist. the
When I
story
saw
of
Little Nicky cry.
That was that
Yep.
Burn.
And
Mhm.
how did he not get arrested for pedophilia?
Mm,
Matter of fact, I'm gonna sample that.
yep.
Well, she
Prince
wasn't
come-
really little.
No, she wasn't. Prince comes on the radio, and now we're all pregnant.
Speak for
Wow.
yourself.
Yeah. It's a meta. I'm speaking figuratively.
Who
But
was it that
yeah.
sang As We Lay and just told us what was going down?
As we lay.
We forgot about tomorrow as... Listen, that's my joint. I would never want to hurt her. Yes, you do.
So what are you telling me that
Yes, you do. What are you talking about?
What are you telling me that Planned Parenthood exists because of Prince and his songs?
It exists because of R&B.
No, it's that there are a lot of more people existing in the world today because of Prince and his songs.
And a lot of other people's songs. Prince too,
Yeah,
for sure.
and a lot of other people's songs for sure.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, Sam, didn't you say you wanted to cover something that we were talking about the other day about health or Planned Parenthood?
We've
or something?
been
covered
there,
that.
we
done
already took
that.
care of that before you got online. Yeah.
Oh well, thanks. Thank you.
Flavy, it's not personal.
We've
no
been
one,
there.
no one
Wait,
meant
you
to
mean-
leave you out. No
wait,
one
you
meant to
mean-
leave you out.
Is it on tape or no?
No.
No.
No, it's not on tape because the person that Sam would like to actually have that conversation with isn't here.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't want to,
Well, you were
We don't
here
want to
already.
put words into people's
Wait,
mouths
is you
in
were
public.
already here too?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
He
so I
was
was
here
the
for
last
about-
one. I was the last one to come on. Wait, no, I was on before you. I thought.
No,
No?
not at all.
He was on for about half an hour before you.
Oh,
Yep.
And actually, you weren't the last to come on. KD was.
oh, right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, let's keep
Okay.
bashing Alicia Keys.
Yeah, let's do that. That's funny.
Do it again, and I'm gonna play her song out loud.
She's super defensive, huh?
I keep your picture beside my bed.
In New
I
York,
Still remember
Uncle
all the
Jungle
things you
Wedding
said.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Who else do we know that can't sing really well but has a great catalog that we love?
Brittany.
Oh,
Listen, I'm not gonna
Brittany.
lie. I love when she be like, "Oh baby, baby." I love that. Like,
yeah,
that's
she's a
just
terrible singer.
she is. But I love that.
Horrible.
I
But
love
her
that
catalog's
soundbite.
good.
I
What
love that
about?
soundbite.
I
I
know
like her
one.
catalog. Who?
Although I feel
What?
like he's more one-hit wonder, but Biz Markie.
He's a
He's
rapper.
not a
though.
singer. He's not a singer.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a terrible rapper.
Not back in the day.
Yes, he was.
Who was that?
Bismarcky.
He made some great songs.
This
No.
monkey was just known for making people laugh.
Okay, you're
It was
right. I
like-
can't argue, Cynthia. No argument.
You didn't want to battle
Good one.
Biz. You didn't want to battle Biz Markie because he would make the crowd laugh when you lose. That's what was
And
known
he
for.
could do things. He could do things with his voice musically that many people just couldn't do.
Like
And
what?
I'm not talking about like his beatboxing skills.
He was able to beatbox well.
Yeah, really good. Really good.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
What about Vanilla Ice?
Remember the whole
No.
remember the whole making music with your mouth biz? We're talking old school, probably before you were
Yeah.
born. That like old school. Now I'm not trying to. I didn't mean that to be
Yeah.
like shady, but like we're talking, mid '80s, right? Like the whole making music with your mouth biz, which was about his beatboxing skill and his ability to make music vocally.
Well, he should have just stuck as a beatboxer then.
He was a
You know who I
better
don't
DJ,
think
though.
is a good singer? Actually, no, that's not fair. She's not a bad singer.
Who?
Who's that?
Now you have to say it.
No, she's not a bad singer. It's just I think her version of a song, I think hers was not as good. Dolly Parton.
We were just
Dolly
talking
Par-
about her the
Dolly
other day.
Dolly Parton is an excellent singer.
She's great.
No, that's
we
what
were
I
just
said. I
talking
said
about her the
she's
other
not
day.
But I'm
Okay.
saying I prefer Whitney Houston's version of shit. What is
Even
that?
though Dolly's is the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what song I'm talking about? What is the name of it?
I Will Always Love You.
There we go.
You're supposed to. I mean, I Will Always Love You was like one of the
Some
biggest-
people love Dolly's version more.
I
but
do.
just don't.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a huge song, so. You
But
know,
we were
Dolly's
raised
version was
on
a country
Whitney's
western
version.
version.
I love both their versions. They're
I do too.
different. They're
Yeah,
different.
I like
They're
both
just
of them.
sung differently.
I do too. I mean, Islands in the Stream is mega. Somebody could remake that. But the thing is, right? Country and R&B were probably born in the same house. There was probably some interracial relationships going on.
Yeah,
There.
in a shack in Tennessee somewhere.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like they were literally born in the same house, so to speak. They're just not admitting it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Well,
Aretha
except
Franklin
for Lil
and
Nas X.
Aretha Franklin and Dolly Parton were only like 4 years apart in age, and they both were, like grew up in well, actually no, I don't know what state Aretha Franklin was born or grew up in, but
He grew up in Detroit, I think.
oh yeah, that's right. She did grow up in Detroit. All right, she's not from the South. No, she was born in Tennessee.
Oh,
I
She's
mean,
also
you look
born-
at
Like
at
the-
all of the country songs that could
Like
easily
Tina and
translate to
Dolly.
R&B.
Yep.
Right,
Like-
right. How many songs that did Tina do that could have easily been like bluegrass country?
A lot.
Tina?
Yeah, a lot.
Tina Turner.
Tina
Yeah.
Turner.
Yep. All right. Wait. Who was I about to? Wait. No, I was about to say somebody can't say. Oh yeah, Taylor Swift. But I like her. But I like a lot of her music anyway.
What?
Yeah.
I think Taylor's a good singer.
I like Miley Cyrus.
No.
Miley
no,
Cyrus-
Actually, Miley can actually sing.
Miley
Cyrus-
can actually sing.
No,
Miley's the
country, she's good, but I think for what she produces or what she puts out, I don't think she's that good.
I
No,
thought
Miley-
Wrecking Ball
I-
was fire. I wanted to.
I
punch
didn't
people
think
in
she
the
was a
face.
good singer until I heard her cover Jolene in like the
There you
backyard
go.
session. I was like, damn, girl, country
Yeah.
is your thing. Why are you putting out like pop music?
Because Wrecking Ball was that song.
I think Miley's a better vocalist, but
wrecking ball.
yeah. I got caught
No.
up with Wrecking Ball. I got caught up with that. Yeah. I
I
did.
Yeah,
can
but-
never get over her voice.
I
And
can see
Party
what
in
you
the
mean,
USA.
though. She probably
but,
does sing country a lot better.
But I Party in the USA is fun in a corny way. But
See, I liked Party in the USA and couldn't stand Wrecking Ball, so there you go.
there you go.
I mean, I like a lot of her songs, but I just don't think she's a good singer.
see, that's the difference for me. I think Miley's a better vocalist, but I actually think Taylor has really good output. Like it's surprisingly durable. I would not have been the first person to admit that, but like she kind of
Taylor's a
proved
great
all
writer.
the haters wrong.
I mean,
She's a good songwriter, so it
Well,
works.
What makes her a bad singer, though? You guys are so mean.
I feel the same way about Bruno Mars, who I love. Like, I
Dude,
don't think
Bruno
he's
Mars
the best.
fucking amazing.
I don't think he's the best singer,
Amazing.
but I think he's amazing.
He's a fantastic singer, and he's a good dancer, and just
I
put
mean,
it all together. He's a performer.
He's a great entertainer.
I love. Listen,
Yeah, she's a great entertainer, for sure.
I play the one joint when they be like, "I gotta kiss myself. I'm so pretty." I play that all the time. And dance, and I got a whole
Uptown
dance
Funk.
routine for it.
Yeah,
Uptown Funk.
fucking
Uptown Funk
amazing
will give it to
singer.
you.
I love Grenade.
so this
Oh,
is why
it's such a good song.
Oh, that song is really melodramatic, though. Like Jesus.
That's
Don't you
what I
know?
like. That's a good
I
one,
also
too.
like You're
Uptown
Amazing. Just
the way you are.
way you are.
Yeah. That's
When I
like his
saw
old
your
stuff.
face.
Yep.
Listen,
You know
I'm a
who else
fan.
can't sing?
I expect Bruno Mars to sing all the time, like in life, like when he's having conversations and everything.
That's
I'll
good.
listen to him serenade me. Shit.
You know who else can't sing? Is Keith Sweat.
Oh my
Who is
gosh.
that?
Who?
Keith Sweat was the biggest
Sweat.
whiner from
you
the
know
80s.
you want my loving.
That's what he sounds like.
Got me
You know.
Wait.
twisted over. Yeah.
Now,
Wait.
There's a guy with no
Oh my-
range.
I
His name
listened
is
to Bob
Kid
Dylan before I
Sweat?
listened to Keith
Keith
Sweat.
Sweat.
Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat?
You don't know Keith Sweat.
she's too young for that.
Emily, hit the button. Hit the
No.
cancel button. Hit
Now,
the cancel
Cynthia
button.
Cynthia wouldn't really know Keith Sweat. I wouldn't.
Keith Sweat. Who the fuck is that?
You know you want my loving.
It's not her fault. She's too young.
You
Got me
know,
twisted over you.
Got me twisted.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was like nasally, and not even in a
Wait,
good
nails
Aaron
on a
Neville.
chalkboard.
Not
It
even in a
was
good
whiny.
Aaron Neville type of way. Like
It's
Aaron
like hearing
Neville.
a grown man whine all the time.
Aaron Neville mastered that in Wheelhouse.
Yeah, he did.
That nasally, whiny. Did we lose Sam?
No, I'm still here. I'm just listening.
Sam's like, I'm not giving an opinion on Keith Sweat.
Aaron Neville.
He started his career-
I'm actually not going to give an opinion on Keith Sweat because I don't know him well enough to do this. So.
Oh, yeah, it says that he started his solo career in '84. I was not born yet, so.
Yeah, he didn't even no one even cared about him until the 90s.
Yeah.
Why did they ever care about him? If
I
he's
don't
such
know.
a terrible singer.
I don't know.
The same reason we cared about. all
He
these
was a
other
croner. He was a
Yeah,
croner.
exactly.
Like
Yeah,
Wait, he still has records out.
they felt like they felt
yeah, like
He just put out his 13th studio
The same
album.
reason we cared about the Spice Girls. It's because it's what was popular.
Yeah.
First of all, the Spice Girls were amazing.
he got a
I mean, they-
handful of fans
Okay,
too.
sure.
Oh,
I still.
well,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
bought the Spice Girls notebooks and
They could at least do 4-part harmony.
True.
I
Yeah,
guess.
good.
Wait, did they? The Spice Girls did 4-part harmony?
Yeah, if you listen to their albums.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's a dope collection of voices.
Sorry, I won't.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Oh, I'm not saying that they were great. I'm just saying they could at least do 4-part harmony for a group that was put together by like pretty much the first version of American Idol, which is how they were put together.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, they were a good collection of voices.
Mm.
Wait, who are we saying again? The Spice Girls?
Spice Girls.
And we would used to talk to each other about which Spice Girls we were in middle school.
Yep.
No, we didn't do that.
You know who's dope though?
You
You know who's doper than I thought? The Pussycat Dolls.
Sure. Good.
Um.
I love Nicole Scherzinger.
No
Me
Her
too,
comment.
but
body
not
is
not
amazing.
not as a singer.
What was her
But
big
man,
song?
he's so gorgeous.
Her
What was
body
her-
is fucking banging.
She's gorgeous.
What was her big
Yes.
song? The
You know who was a
Pussycat
Pussycat Doll?
Don't you wish
Surprisingly,
your girlfriend was hot like me?
Gwen Stefani
that
was a
song's
Pussycat
dope.
Doll.
No,
sounds
she
dope.
wasn't.
She
What about
was a
Gwen?
Pussycat Doll. Absolutely. Not
Gwen
when the
Stefani
Pussycat
was a
Dolls
pus-
became famous, but the thing is, the Pussycat Dolls, there's been like 50 of them. They're like known in Cali.
Oh, it's
Hang
like
Oh,
on.
really?
Hang on,
Yeah.
I have to Google this now because that is.
I'm talking about the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah, that's the version, the iteration that became famous. But they had been around
Oh, then that doesn't
cycling
count.
members out for
No,
a
that
long
doesn't
time.
count.
And at one point, Gwen Stefani was a member of the group that wasn't, didn't put out the bet you wish your, don't you wish your body was hot like me? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend
It
was
must
hot
have
like me
been
or whatever?
pre No Doubt then.
Wait, you mean before she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
joined-
before she was in No Doubt, and before the Pussycat Dolls became the famous Pussycat Dolls, she was at one point in time a member of what would have been known as the collective Pussycat Dolls, because there's been like 50 of them. They're like a California Vegas type act. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Mm. I did not realize that about Gwen Stefani. That's very interesting. But wow. Wow.
I can't remember when I watched the interview where she talked about having been a Pussycat Doll.
Mm.
Definitely way more of a fan of No Doubt than Gwen as a solo artist.
Yeah, same.
Same here.
Yeah, me too.
I like her.
Oh, what about Avril Lavigne?
I love Avril, but I know
Oh!
people don't. I liked her.
I
first song.
liked her music because I grew up with it, but I don't think she's a particularly good singer.
No, I had to listen to Complicated like 2,000 times when I worked in Tommy Hilfiger. So I'm kind
So,
of.
yeah,
You worked at Tommy
not her
Hilfiger?
overreaction.
I worked.
Why
yeah,
you
I
wanna
worked-
go and make things so
Complicated.
Yes.
I see the
The
way
way you acting like you're somebody else gets me
Gets me
frustrated. Life's like this, yeah. So, yeah, I did know when I was like 21, I worked in the flagship store.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and I had to listen to, what was the other song by the Counting Crows? American Girl, like over and over and over again.
How does that one go?
American girls are American girls. Yeah, I can't.
I don't know that
Oh,
one.
that's not the one I was thinking of. I thought you
I
were
was
talking
thinking
about
of
put
Petty.
me on the ship star with the
No, that's
put
more
me on the
recent.
Oh, that's
San
Estelle.
Francisco Bay.
That's Estelle.
American girl.
Yeah. Yes, that's Estelle.
See, I was thinking of Tom Petty.
Yeah, I bet you were. And either of those versions that the two of you mentioned would have been infinitely preferable. But nevertheless, any song listened to that much will drive you crazy. So
I don't know.
Take a
I don't
last
think I've ever
all
gotten
day.
sick of a song.
You haven't worked in retail?
She was
No.
an American girl.
I love. Oh, that's a great song. Yeah.
Make
That's
it
a
last
great song.
all day. Yo, that's my joint.
Yeah, especially especially after they played it in the Silence of the Lambs. That's like I'm always having visions of Buffalo Bill in the dungeon basement now. But no, I'm kidding. I love that song. It's a great
What were
song.
you just singing, Ish?
American Girl by Tom Petty.
Oh,
After all, it was a great big world with lots of places to run to.
yeah.
And if she had to die trying, she wonder while she was gonna be. Yeah, it's a great song.
Make it last all night.
Right? She was
She was
an
an American girl.
Yes. Yeah, it's a great song.
And he couldn't sing,
No, he couldn't.
Right.
but his catalog is so great.
Yeah.
Tom Petty?
If you have, if you have good writers or know how to put together a tune, like there are a lot of people who can sing really well, but let's do the flip argument. People who really can sing but whose catalogs aren't good. Can we do that?
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Ryan McKnight.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Who else we got? Pink.
Yeah, sadly, yes. Because that girl has her pipes are serious. but there are very, very few songs of hers that I really like. Sadly, every time she comes out with a new album, I'm like, please let this be the one.
Christina
she
Aguilera.
could
Got some
be
pretty
like
good songs come out.
Christina
Pink
Aguilera.
could be one of the most respected vocalists in music based upon just her vocals, though.
She should be. She should be. And she's right.
I know. I think Lady Gaga kind of falls into that category
Ugh,
Yeah.
because she's so much, but she's so much like, she has so much wider of a vocal range and so much more like piano talent than her like poppy songs showcase.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fantasia Barrino,
Right. Jennifer Hudson.
J Hut, yeah, Jennifer Hudson, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's let me see who else. I mean, tastes may vary, but yeah, those are just like singers that I'm thinking of where they're really, really amazing singers, but their music is just like whatever.
Case.
Who?
Case.
Case.
Oh,
He did the song.
singer from the late 90s.
Yeah, he did My Joint. Never imagined you would be a painted picture of emotional. I'm emotional. You saw me leaving, no deceiving.
Oh, that's funny.
It's official. I'm emotional. You don't know Emotional with Faith Evans and Case?
Doesn't sound familiar.
Never imagined you would be a faded picture of emotional. With Faith Evans, it's like her best song.
Really?
You saw me leaving, no deceiving. It's official. I'm emotional. Listen, that song is fire. Case can sing.
I like Faith a lot too. I don't remember that song.
Yeah, it was a beautiful song.
I like Soon As I Get Home.
Oh, Deborah Cox.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Deborah Cox. Nobody's supposed to be here. Woo!
Yeah. She has so much like Whitney potential, right? Like she really had like next Whitney. I'm not calling her the next Whitney. She had next Whitney potential, and like where'd she go? You know what I mean?
Yep. And actually, now that brings me to Toni Braxton.
Oh, I was just thinking of Toni.
Who had one really, really, really good album, and then everything else was like nothing.
Didn't she do Unbreak My Heart?
That was her one good album.
Oh man.
That one album. No, that one album.
Break my heart.
I love that song.
Say you love me again.
Undo these tears I've cried so many nights. Unbreak. Yeah, I love that album. That album is really, really good. But no, she has not made any other good albums. Like that's been for at least in my opinion.
I agree.
Because she had the same writers when she first came out. She had the same writers as Anita Baker had.
Oh my God, Anita Baker. That's right. Anita Baker.
She lost those writers.
We're not putting Anita in that category, though. We're not putting Anita in that category.
Oh no.
Why? Because that album was so huge.
Because Anita's phenomenal. She's amazing.
She's a phenomenal singer.
And she put out music.
Toni Braxton was no Anita Baker, but she just had the same writers that she had. So they gave her a lot of songs that Anita never did.
Oh, okay.
That's why her songs sounded the way they sounded. And then they fell off, so she didn't get those songs anymore.
Who else do we have, though? We got more.
You know who I thought should have lasted was Amarie.
He was dope.
Remember Amarie?
Didn't she do Laundromat or something like that?
I just know she had this one. Oh, that special.
What about India? What about India Arie?
Forever dope.
Yeah, she had a couple. She had a couple joints.
India Arie, I guess. I
But
don't
is she a
know.
good singer? Are we calling her a good singer?
Yeah, she's a good singer.
I'm
Yeah, she's a
indifferent.
good singer.
I think I'm indifferent too.
Yeah.
She's no Sade.
No,
Oh,
she's
hell
no
no.
Sade. Nobody is
No.
Sade.
Hell no. There's one Sade.
No,
Yeah,
you
I married Sade in a dream.
Yeah, we all did. Sade
I
is like
caused
from
y'all to
another
get
planet.
divorced.
She's from like a different galaxy. Like every like 10 years or so now, she comes out of like her castle in the sky and like makes a new album to bless the world with. It's like it's ridiculous with that woman. Like I don't even like. There's no other way to describe her. She's just like, God.
I think
And she do it with concerts too.
I think we can put Seal in this category.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, that's true.
Still
Seal
can go in there.
Seal can
Yeah.
go in this category
as a good singer.
Yeah.
as a good singer who has a terrible catalog. And yeah, I listen to Kiss from a Rose all the time too.
There's the other song though that he did that really displays his vocal range. Not "Kiss from a Rose." I'm trying to think of it.
Is it like
Used to
some
play it-
Batman or something?
I used to play it all the time.
The only other song that I know of from him is Crazy.
No, he's got another song that's
Oh.
special that I have to Google it because I used to play it all the time. It's like special. It really shows what he can do vocally. I'm Googling it as we speak.
Mm.
I remember I used to listen to Seal before he was Seal because he was like a low level rapper when I lived in Germany
Because he was
When he still-
unsealed.
when he still had hair,
Mm.
Wait, Seal had hair and he was a rapper?
like a low level rapper. Yeah, he had been out for a long time before Kiss from a Rose put him on the map.
Shit, I need
Wait,
to
is
Google
this
this.
a joke?
No, I'm serious. I used to watch his music videos. They used to come in regular. Say again?
A low level rapper?
In Germany, like in Europe, he was like this low level hip hop artist
What language was he rapping in?
in English.
Was he like any good?
No,
No.
Oh my God.
not by our standards. You know what I mean? Like no. But in Germany though, when they put out their own hip hop music, they want it to be very ABC type. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want complex lyrics because it's gonna be in English, right?
Right.
And it's got to be consumable. You know, the average German has to be able to consume it, and they're not ready to consume like Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not even DMX.
I mean, yes, when it's commercially successful worldwide, you got to keep in mind that like the second largest music market to America is Germany.
Okay.
Like they consume a majority of our music, and then they also have their own music, which is kind of comparable. Like they have hip hop too, right? But their hip hop is real. Like one of their big hits was the remake of "Cherish" by Papa Bear, right? His name was Papa Bear, but it was "Cherish." You know the song "Cherish," right?
Yeah.
Cherish the love
We have.
Yeah.
cherish the love. Well, they'll take a song like that and make a hip hop song to keep the hook. In the verses, like Mike, you guys, Dwayne, y'all would have been real successful over there because you didn't even have to have complex lyrics.
Okay.
It would just be very simple lyrics and their formula for music guarantees success because you don't put out an album, you put out a single, right? And then the single is successful, you put out another single. And in the meantime, they make sure this single is on every Kids Bop album or, compilation album with like 50 songs on it, right?
Okay.
So then by the time you put out 4 singles, you then put out an album with those 4 singles. So you're making money multiple times over and you never have to make like a 10-song album.
Right.
They'll put out a single. You'll make off of a single what someone else would make off of an album. Then 6 months later, the next single. By year 2, you have 4 singles, and then we'll put together a CD of all 4 of those singles.
Okay.
It's just of the formula that they have over there, and it works. So the song by Seal is called "Love's Divine."
Ah, okay.
Give me love, love's divine. Please forgive me now. I see that I've been blind. Yo, he goes in on that song. I need love, love's divine. Yo, that joint. You have to listen to it if you get a chance. He really shows his vocal skill on that song. Like
Mm.
he's somewhere else on that song.
You know who else we could throw into that category? Kim.
Listen. Who?
Kim.
I don't even know who that is.
Kim is a great singer, but his catalog just not there.
I don't know who that. I don't know who this
His
is.
catalog is actually dope. It's just exactly you don't know who he is, but he's a great singer.
All right.
Been around for
K-I-
years.
K-I-M?
We'll take your
K-E-M.
word for it.
Oh, Kim. That
I
does
think
sound
we're all-
familiar.
I think we're all forgetting about one of the greatest vocalists in music history, who also had one of the most lyrically. The song that she put out back in the day was such a genius. It was just the greatest example of genius in lyrics. And this is like from like we're talking the 80s, and she only ever had one song that was people knew about, and like so the lyrics are take me in your arms, never let me go, I need you more and more, I need you more and more, take me, her name was Little Susie.
All right. I'm
Oh,
gonna have to.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
listen to that song. I'm gonna listen to that when we get off.
I'm obviously kidding.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, now was this little Debbie's sister?
No, you don't remember Little Susie? Take me. It was what happened was this type of music got popular. It started coming out of Florida, like Miami, where the beats were
Yeah.
just they sounded like they were produced in the basement. You didn't even need great vocals, but it was a whole genre of music.
It was
kind of hip
freestyle
hop.
music.
Yeah, it was like this freestyle hip hop music that you like. It sounded like it was made in someone's basement, and she was like the face for it because she put out this one song. She couldn't even really sing well, which you didn't have to. It was the beat and the catchiness. The song was just take me in your arms and never let me go.
Yeah,
I
remember that
need you
joint.
more and more. I need
think
you
this must have been
more
before
and
my time.
more. It's 80s.
Yeah, I was too
Take
young.
me in your. I'm just kidding about her. Everything I said, but yeah, I just
Mhm.
wanted to throw that out. How do y'all not know "Take Me in Your Arms"? Mike, you don't know "Take Me in Your Arms" by Little Susie?
I never heard of Little Susie.
You know that song, Mike.
You know "Take Me in Your Arms."
Sing it, KB.
He used to come on the box.
Take me in your arms
And never let me go. I need you more and more. I need you more and more.
Take me. It just repeats itself.
It was real hollow. It literally sounded like she recorded it in someone's basement, and they just put like an echo effect on it.
It was a freestyle song.
Yeah, I'm still not familiar with this one,
Okay.
but thank you. I mean, I appreciate. I will go look into this afterwards.
It was a mega hit. Like a mega hit.
mm.
So who else do we have though in this category there, Sam?
I'm thinking about this. Okay, really great singer.
Celine Dion.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she goes in there.
Are you mad? Are you mad at us, Cynthia? Are you mad at us right now? Because we crapped on Alicia Keys.
No.
I felt like that was like, all right, I'm gonna take Celine Dion and throw her at you guys.
No,
I think
no, but-
Celine Dion has a good catalog.
Oh, okay.
Power of Love.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't like Power of Love?
I'm sorry. I'm not going out on that limb.
Let's go on the limb.
You're
Let's
not gonna. That's not
let's
the
go
hill
on the
you're
limb.
gonna die on.
Let's go on the limb.
I already said I'm not going out there. I think that her catalog is,
I don't think she's a great singer, but a lot
I
of
think
people feel she is.
I think it is.
He doesn't have a great singing face.
What?
Well, I mean, there's only so much you can do about that.
She just doesn't have a great face.
Yeah.
You're just calling her
Or
ugly.
maybe that's what it is.
See, you always take people's words and we can say anything and you're gonna be like ugly. Oh, you just said
Hey,
ugly.
Can you tell me who that is?
Celine Dion. Oh,
No, you're not looking.
You know, it's fun. You know, what cracks me up? Like, honestly, whenever Cat,
Is this supposed to be a celebrity or someone you know?
I have to give
someone
Celine Dion
famous.
credit though, because Kathy Griffin used to tear into her in all of her stand-up,
Sure, Katie.
and
I'm trying to look at now out on the page. Go on. I'm
and
sorry.
she always said that Celine Dion was so nice to her whenever she saw her and was such a good sport about all the jokes that she was making at her expense. So I have to kind of give her props for that.
About how she talks like she has a mouthful of water.
Oh, well, no, I was what she used to say, she say this is like Kathy Griffin used to say, like, Celine Dion's husband has been raping her since she was 13, like
Oh
stuff
my
like
God.
that. Yeah,
That's
like really,
terrible.
like really sick, twisted jokes. Or that her husband gambled away all their money, like just horrible, like these really like brazen, like intense jokes. And she said Celine Dion was always a really good sport about it, all of it. So that's nice. However, her catalog, I find like it's like ear bleeding and over dramatic, and it's just like it's more like a vocal. It's more like a show off for her vocal runs than for any sort of
Celine Dion, right?
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's more like vocal acrobatics than like actual like.
So
Yeah.
are we saying she's a great singer that doesn't have a great catalog? Like
That's
meets the category.
That's I agree with that. I do think she can sing really well. I just don't like her music.
That's
I don't
kind
mean
of what
Aguilera
happened. That's kind of what happened to Eminem. He just started showing off his vocal acrobatics instead of like making good music after a while.
So I'm gonna
Eminem also had a
I'm gonna
good
see
song
your
for a while.
Celine Dion and I'm gonna raise you a Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera is an amazing singer.
Yeah, but that's
She
the
is.
category. Singers
Oh.
that are amazing but don't have an amazing catalog.
No, I only
I
like.
said
What
that-
would
I
you?
said that
What
much
would
earlier.
have to be different for her catalog to be amazing? Because I
It would
think
have
what
to
she
be
put
it would
out
have
was
to be better.
The music would have she has to make good music.
She
It
does
would have to
make
be
good
better.
music.
She does
The music
not.
has to be appropriate for her vocal range too.
Yeah, which is her vocal
Well,
range
she's
is
got-
ridiculous.
She's got nothing but
Like
range.
everything.
Yeah, her
I think
range is
her old
phenomenal.
stuff. I don't know what her new music is, but her old music I think is pretty good.
Her range and her power too. Jesus.
And I saw her live in Vegas, and she's fucking amazing.
Oh wow.
She
Yeah, I'm
is.
sure.
But that's the
Oh.
point. We're nominating amazing singers that could have better catalogs. That like
I think she has a fantastic catalog.
So in fact, so basically everyone in the Lady Marmalade video.
yeah, right. With the
Everybody.
exception of Maya, because Maya isn't a great singer.
No, Maya cannot sing.
She's
at all.
an okay singer, but
Right, and Little Kim raps, and I don't know if she can sing at all. But yeah,
Misty can hold a note, but you know,
who Missy?
yeah, she can hold a note,
I
but she
love
doesn't
Missy.
sing in there.
No,
Yeah, me
she
too.
does- She rarely sings. I love Missy.
so just
I do.
Christina and Pink is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
But that's enough. But that's
Basically,
enough
yes.
right there.
They killed that song. They killed that song.
I honestly
they-
don't.
amazing.
What is it about Pink that you think makes her such a good singer?
Did you hear her in Lady Marmalade?
Her voice.
Yeah.
She's
Her
a
voice.
powerful voice.
Damn.
She murdered Lady Marmalade.
Her
All right,
voice
I'm gonna
is
play this.
phenomenal.
So talk loud so you don't hear it on the audio.
No.
I'm gonna
put-
cover
no,
my
no.
mic.
Are you
Your
playing Lady
headphones.
Marmalade?
Put it on your headphones. Put on your headphones.
What are you playing, Cynthia?
She already has her headphones in. That's the problem.
Good.
Cynthia, what are you playing?
She said she was gonna play Lady Marmalade.
Oh, I'm about to say.
No, we can hear it. You got to shut it off. We can hear it.
Oh, let it play. Let it play. I don't think anyone's gonna track down our video and be like, flag them.
Dude, I've
They
been flagged.
should.
I've been
We're gonna be
flagged already.
stars one day ish.
I've already been flagged. For less.
We're gonna. I want us to make this stars one day ish. I really do.
Okay,
I think there's
okay.
potential here. But
I'm gonna
I can't- Obviously,
I'm
I
taking
can't
your
just-
word for it. I'm with you.
Thanks. No, I mean, listen. You're intending on making this serious. I'm there with you. I'm still gonna try and do my own thing, but like you, I feel your vision on this, and I want to go with it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but honestly, also, if you've ever heard Pink cover Janis Joplin, it's unbelievable. It's Jesus. That girl can sing like nobody's business. She's
You
actually
already
made me
know.
cry.
You already know. I'm with you 100% on that. We've had this conversation the other day.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, she's made me cry. Like I cry like when I hear her cover Janis. Like she's just so unbelievable.
I like her duet. What's that? Say something, I'm giving up on you. The duet she does.
With who?
It's with a guy who she outsings.
Of course, probably. Not Just Give Me a Reason, right? I can't stand that song.
I mean, I think that song is still a good example of her vocals.
It is, actually. It is.
You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say Nelly Furtado.
Nah.
Oh my God! Can I tell you something? I know. When she came out, I thought she was such a breath of fresh air.
Me too.
I thought, I was like, she's so different. Like, she was so different. She had such a different sound, and she was like, had this like scrappy, feisty little image, and like,
And then she got happy and disappointed.
Yeah, but she had these two really two great singles off that first album, which I thought were really catchy and unique. And then after that, it's just like nothing. Like she became, it was just like after that, Normally, I think hooking up with
He became a
Timbaland is
hip hop
good
highlight.
thing, but
I'll give you two people, but I need your help.
okay.
One of them, I think it's a shame that we're forgetting. And when I say forgetting, I don't even remember her name.
Oh.
She actually put out several songs produced by the guy. He called himself, in the video, he called himself Mr. Big.
Oh, you're talking about the old singer?
She's not that old, but yes, she's older.
No, Mr. Big. No, Mr. Big.
Yeah,
Talking about
but
the old-
right, but he co-signed her.
Oh, Ron Isley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
Ron
was the girl's name? She came out in the same time period as Jill Scott. What was her name?
Yeah.
Heavier set, long-haired black woman, brown skin. Her vocals were like somewhere else.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I can't remember her name either.
She was in the Mr. Big videos, all those videos that R. Kelly was kind of trying to do with her.
Right. The in the closet joints.
Yeah, what was her name? Not Jill Scott. She was contemporary with Jill Scott. They came out at the same time.
Not Erykah Badu.
No, this was a
No.
heavy set black woman.
Heavy set black.
Erica was.
What year did she come up?
Say she's contemporary with Jill Scott.
So like mid-90s.
Yes. Yep. Mid-90s.
Was it
Not
Kiki
talking-
Shepard?
You're not talking
No.
about Lauren Hill, I hope.
No.
Heavier
that's
set
not
black woman.
Oh,
That's
I
not
missed the heavier set part.
Hold on. I'm gonna
What song did she sing?
hold on. I'm looking this up now. I'm Googling it now. And the other person I was going to mention is Karen Wheeler.
Oh,
Karen
sure.
Wheeler's dope.
Karen Wheeler, yeah. All right.
Who's that?
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Who's Karen
And
Wheeler?
the girl from Soul to Soul.
Soul to Soul.
Oh, okay. Back to life.
And the girl
Yeah.
that I'm talking about is Kelly Price.
Kelly Price, that's her name.
Kelly Price, yes.
No, now it's
Phenomenal.
one of those things that's like,
American
how
Gospel.
did I not remember
singer.
that?
Oh, she's a
I've
gospel
never
singer now.
I've
Yeah, she's
never
in
seen her
gospel now.
before.
I didn't know she was gospel. That's probably why, because she was a powerhouse
Oh,
vocalist.
Queens. What up?
What did she do? What was her song? He was a friend of mine. She slept with my man, lied, cheated, took all I had. That was her joint. She also covered As We Lay and
Yes.
murdered it. Murdered it. That's what put her out there, her cover of As We Lay. And then she killed the club with Friend of Mine. She was a friend of
Wow.
mine. She slept with my man, lied, cheated, took all I had. Kelly
Sounds
Price.
like it could be a country song, like if they just like put something about a truck in there.
Or
Yeah,
not.
friend of mine was 98, so that was first, and then As We Lay put her over the top in 2000. Her cover of As We Lay, because she murdered it,
Wow.
and then I guess that's where she disappeared to, doing gospel, because she was someone who she could have been somebody.
What about Taylor Dane?
Mm.
Taylor
Remember-
Dane is dope too.
Taylor
Yep.
Dane can sing.
Yes, she
Yeah.
can. Yes, she can.
I feel like Annie Lennox needs to be in here.
Annie
Oh
Lennox,
no,
definitely.
no! Annie Lennox is an amazing singer, and with the Eurythmics, she did good. Not her
Mhm.
solo stuff is like but like she had a good output with the Eurythmics.
Yeah.
Sweet dreams
Are
are made of
of
these.
Yep.
Except the
Who
fact that
am
the only
I
reason I learned
to
that was the Marilyn Manson version.
disagree? Travel the
Travel the
world and the
and
seven
seven
seas.
seas. Everybody's
Everybody's looking for
looking for
something.
something.
Some of
Some
them
of them want to use you.
use
We're
you.
really going there, huh?
Some of
Some
them want
to get used
by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them
want to be abused. Oof.
Da-da-da-da,
Yeah.
da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna end up with the Marilyn Manson version stuck in my head.
Oh my God. Heaven forbid. But yeah.
Yeah,
no. I liked her stuff with Eurythmics. So, but that's just me. I really thought she had really good stuff with the Eurythmics, but her solo stuff, I don't care for.
and the thing is, like, her solo stuff doesn't display her vocal skills.
No, it doesn't. Her
Even
vocal
the
skills are
Eurythmics did.
Her vocal skills are off the hook.
Yeah,
They're incredible.
yeah, yeah.
She has such a huge range. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't like her solo music, but I do like her Eurythmic stuff. So I will go to bat for her, actually. Let me see who else. Wow, this is. I'm actually good. Actually, you know what? I'm about to say something really, really controversial.
Michael Jackson.
No. No.
That would be
Kelly?
controversial.
He needs to listen. That would be controversial. I mean, he needs to. I mean, listen. He may have. There's other controversial stuff that he may have done that like we'll never really know. But
I don't believe he did them, but okay.
I know.
I don't either.
I was gonna say James Taylor.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah, great.
I agree.
Great voice. Wonderful voice. Puts me to sleep almost every time I hear him.
So
Hey,
is
you
it
know
like
what's funny? Speaking of legends, is Madonna's been spreading false coronavirus information.
Yeah, I
calling
know.
Dr. Demon Sperm a hero.
Yeah, the demon sperm. I know.
Yeah, I never found her to be a good singer, and I never having grown up kind of past her prime, I never understood why she was so popular.
Madonna was dope to me. She had
Because
she
she
had
has a
amazing songs.
sex appeal?
dope catalog.
Yeah, for me it wasn't. Yeah,
and-
dope. Yeah, dope
Yeah,
catalog.
but it was,
Amazing
yeah,
songs.
her music was amazing, but also she was pushing the envelope in so many different stylistic ways. And really, when at the height of her fame, like really her music videos, in addition to her output, it was like a combination of everything. Like she was combining like movies and music and fashion, like all at the same time.
And
she was
and
Like
also,
sacrilegious.
yeah,
and to
You know,
co-sign what Sam said, from the time she came out, like it's so hip hop, right? Like she had to fight to be accepted because she's straight. That Like a Virgin album,
Yeah, that
like
was a big
everything
thing.
about it just pushed the envelope. Like they were
Yeah,
not
that
ready
was a
to accept.
big thing.
Yeah.
They
They
Yeah,
weren't
wasn't ready
having
to
it.
accept it at all. Like she just came out with Like a Virgin.
that was a
Like
big,
she
big.
just boom. Like, oh, people was like, wait a minute, what?
yeah, I remember watching clips of her like at the MTV for the very first MTV Video Music Awards, rolling around on the
Yeah, on
floor
the
of the
stage.
stage.
Yeah,
Remember they
In
that
the
was
arrested her
crazy.
when she had
I
the
remember
bed
that happening.
on the stage
right, in that wedding dress. In the
when she
wedding
did
dress.
it anyway. Like, yo.
No one had ever seen anything like that before. Like she was really, really pushing the envelope, but in a way, she was really like opening the table to discussion about like women and how women like experience sex, and like nobody
About
was really
sex
doing that.
positivity.
Yeah, and that was like a big thing. That was a really big thing.
A
So no,
real
she
big
wasn't
thing.
a great
and
vocalist.
the
but
gay
she-
men she had with her, you know, entourage too.
Oh sure.
Yeah. She kicked in a lot of doors.
Yeah.
And
Interracial relationships, everything.
in her
Oh
catalog,
yeah. Does anyone?
I mean,
by the
she
way,
was on the bed with a black guy who was also from the LGBT community, and they were like pretty much simulating sex, right? And
Yep.
and they told her not to do this, and she did it anyway on stage, and it was great.
Yep, it was. By the way,
Great.
what do we think? Do we think that she and Lenny Kravitz hooked up?
I wouldn't doubt
I
it.
believe it.
She dated Tupac. You know that.
Yeah, that's what
I
I,
mean,
was gonna say.
And
Well, that's
and
true.
and like a prayer, she put a black guy on the cross, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yes, she
She
did.
hooked up with Naomi Campbell and Big Daddy Kane.
I mean,
Wait, did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just know there's 1,000 Madonnas, like Material Girl.
Yep.
Like we could just keep going, right? We are living in a material world, and
I
I mean,
only
we
know
could just
a few songs of hers.
Borderline,
Catalog's dope. Yeah,
Like a
Borderline.
Virgin,
She has one of the best catalogs ever.
Like
She
a
was.
prayer.
Holiday,
Yeah.
Starlight.
celebrate. We took
Yep.
a holiday, sometime celebrate. Come together, yo.
Celebrate.
It
Yep.
would be so great.
Yep. Like
What
a
about-
prayer.
Yo, I used to love watching the video to Cherish. I used to,
Yeah.
I used
So
to
did
feel,
I. So
I
did
used to feel
I.
some type of way, boy. I was frustrated, man. I'm just
Oh,
saying, I
oh,
was
man.
frustrated
Oh, watching her run around on the beach.
with the dress.
Yep.
But I
You
thought
see-
you didn't watch MTV.
Listen, I don't have to watch MTV to watch the Cherish video. I was frustrated. I was a frustrated teenager, and it was like, yo, you meet joy, you meet pain, my boy. I will always cherish you. Cherish. Listen,
Yep.
and I love this used
Justify
to be
my
my
love.
playground. Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
come
Justify,
to justify
my
my love.
Jesus.
And
Oh my-
obviously, this used to be my playground.
Yeah. I want to see you in Paris. No, no, this used to be my playground. That's, I always think, well, yeah, A League of Their Own. So
Yeah.
I just,
It
I
used-
tear up.
It used to bring a tear to my eye.
Yep. Yeah. That,
Take a bow,
Take a Bow,
like
Ray of Light, Frozen,
Ray of Light. Yeah,
Secret,
yeah.
like,
yeah. She's got
um,
so many.
yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing.
Papa
but
don't
she's-
preach.
Papa Don't Preach.
Yeah.
Like you can just go on and on and on.
What was that joint that you can hurt me now?
Yep.
Na,
Oh
na,
Father.
na,
That's
na,
Oh
na.
Father.
Yeah, that joint. Oh man,
That's
that
Oh
joint
Father,
is good
yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Listen, for me, is when I hear that acapella in the midnight hour,
Of course. Like a Prayer,
Yeah.
where
baby.
you call my name,
Yeah, that joint get to me too.
and it sounds like rain.
And I
You
don't.
know,
Just
I, you
like
know what?
that's another song where like the meaning was obscured until
Well, yeah, that
until
song
being
may
an
or may,
adult.
that song may or may not be about oral sex. I don't
Mhm.
think it matters either way. I really don't. I think it's just that
I
great that.
wanna take you there.
Yep.
Well, the question is not about whether it's about sex; it's about what kind of sex.
I
No,
said
he
oral
said- he
sex.
said
I said oral sex.
No, I know you said that, but I'm saying it's definitely about some kind of sex.
Yeah,
Just like a
blowjob.
prayer,
Like I'm. Okay.
I'll
Yeah, it's
take
the whole,
you
it's the whole
there.
kneeling thing. It's pretty
It's like a dream
pretty established
to me.
Well,
about oral sex.
Just like a
But you
prayer,
just said it may or may
I'll
not be
take you
about
there.
oral sex.
It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a dream
I'm
to
saying, yeah.
me in the
But it clearly
midnight
is
hour.
about it.
Mhm.
No, it may be, it may not be. I think that's the whole point. Is that it's like is that it's open to interpretation.
I mean, to me, I feel like it has to be about sex.
Well,
But-
because Madonna.
Well, no, or maybe that's just my interpretation.
Well, there you go. There exactly.
Some girls kiss me, some girls hug me.
Ah.
I think they're okay.
Mhm.
If they don't give me proper treatment, I just walk away.
Mm.
Cause I am living in a material
So-
world and I am a material girl. You know that. Listen, that was my joint. That pink dress.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, she was like, she was like doing Marilyn Monroe.
It
Yeah.
was Marilyn Monroe in it. With
Yep.
the pink instead of the white. Like that video was so dope.
Yep.
And she always gives props to Marilyn Monroe.
Always.
Like always. Always gives props to Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Greta Garbo and Monroe, Dietrich
they're
and
very
DiMaggio.
similar. Yeah.
Yep.
That song. Was that Vogue?
Yep.
Who was the bigger
Michael
influence?
Pose.
Yes.
Who was the
of
bigger
course.
influence, Marilyn Monroe or Audrey Hepburn?
On Madonna?
Or in general.
In general.
I'd say Marilyn
Monroe. I think Audrey Hepburn was a bigger star.
Yeah, Audrey Hepburn was a bigger star.
But Marilyn Monroe influenced more people.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe was
Including-
like the
including the president.
Instagram influencer of her time even though there was no Instagram.
Yeah. Marilyn Monroe didn't have a lot of talent though.
No, she didn't.
She was beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit. All right.
I mean, okay. I guess.
I mean, listen, she was
Yeah,
like
sex
she
appeal.
was the original queen of like, surgery, but
I feel like she was the OG Kim Kardashian.
Wait, was she? I didn't know that.
I mean, they don't like to talk about it very much because they
Sounds like
Trying
a
to-
conspiracy thing.
It is a conspiracy.
I mean, I
And-
just don't think she was beautiful.
Oh,
I
okay.
guess I didn't know that they did surgery back then.
Sure.
What?
You think they
Yeah,
put
plastic surgery has been.
Plastic surgery's been around for a while. It's
You don't
just
think
more
she was pretty?
obvious.
I didn't say that.
No, not
I
you
think she
said.
was.
I think she was okay. I think that I don't know where, and I'm not, listen, I don't want to be critical of a
She's
woman in that sense.
beautiful.
But I think, listen, at one point
You
in
don't
time,
think
she was
she's pretty?
considered to be the most beautiful woman in the world.
Yeah.
And I
think
really,
that's pretty?
and I think that,
the sex appeal.
I think that was because she exhibited a level of sex appeal that
Yes.
men in a male patriarchy decided to say, well, yeah, she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Yeah, it was that.
And it wasn't really because of her actual looks.
Well, I mean, she was a beautiful one. Who do you think was more beautiful than her
Did Marilyn Monroe?
at the time?
At the time.
What?
I'm not saying she's the most beautiful woman in the world of all time.
I can't tell you because you'd have to give me like a catalog of women, and certainly they weren't promoting women. Like, we're talking about a male patriarchy. So when Marilyn Monroe comes out the way that she comes out, they're obviously plastering her all over everything
Mm-hmm.
because she came out you know, with a level of sex appeal that wasn't normal for the time.
But I guarantee you, if she didn't look the way that she did and she was acting all ditzy and sexual, they would not have promoted her in that way. It was because she was beautiful in addition to everything that she was doing.
I think Raquel Welch was more beautiful than Marilyn Monroe.
Who?
Raquel
Raquel
Welch.
Welch.
Yeah, Raquel Welch is pretty.
I was gonna go with Elizabeth Taylor.
No.
Elizabeth Taylor was very pretty too.
Let's see.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Raquel Welch is better. Ill. I mean, not ill, but.
But I think, like, you know, they weren't gonna have Marilyn Monroe try to be like an influencer per se, if she was completely ugly. Like that just
or even if she was average looking.
But
I don't think.
no, but I think she was good looking. But
She wasn't average. She was beyond average.
She was beyond average, but like I think that like there's people that are that might naturally be more pretty than her.
To her credit, and I don't mean to make it as base and sexual, but that's kind of what it was. Like they, you know, they did have her pose and what have you. So, but to her credit, though, she kind of kicked doors down as far, and that's the reason why I think it was a sex-driven. Again, we're talking to male patriarchy, so I think that men were thinking with their penis, and what I mean is Marilyn Monroe smashed the mold.
You're a poet.
When it came to Marilyn Monroe, she broke the mold for the standard of what women, like she would have been in this day and age. They would have called her a plus size model.
Yes.
Yeah, but
no, I think even in this age, she's still considered thin.
Right, but she would not compared to what they thought the standard was at that time. She was definitely different than the standard of beauty at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't think all thick women were. They didn't. They didn't have like a she wasn't
more
the standard?
curvaceous.
She wasn't the
No,
standard.
she wasn't the standard at that time for what white male patriarchy called beautiful.
Yeah, she was considered curvaceous.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the white male patriarchy, like in my experience, has almost always thought that like skinny was what it was.
Yeah, yeah. And she went out, she smashed that door down.
She was thin though. She just wasn't as thin as.
Yeah, but the point is that like people is that what they thought was beautiful in general was like heroin chic thin, and Marilyn Monroe wasn't
at least what they commercialized. They may have thought other things were beautiful, but what they commercialized wasn't the Marilyn Monroe type.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't stop looking at her.
And I'm not like, she's okay. I'm not. I would never tell you Marilyn Monroe is ugly.
Right.
I don't think she's like beautiful though. But I mean, I have.
How do you not think she's beautiful though?
She's literally explaining it to you, Cynthia.
Yeah, she's just not for me. You know, for me. You know, but there are women, and I'm trying to think. You know, had there been women that were I wasn't born in that time period. So all I have is what they show me, right? What they're the standard of what they're telling me was pretty at that time. And so, you know, I'm hard pressed to think of someone or give you an example of what I would think is.
What about Grace Kelly?
I think Grace Kelly is very pretty.
Okay. So yeah, it's.
I don't think I think she's pretty average looking.
So here's the thing, though.
Kelly?
Yeah,
it's called opinions.
Yeah,
so
beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
So here's the thing, though, and I could get in trouble for saying no. I don't think I'll get in trouble. You guys may have a difference of opinion, as I think there's a difference between being pretty and being sexy, and I think that they can overlap. And I certainly think that sex appeal can make somebody more attractive than they are.
Yep.
It's two different kinds of attractive, though.
Right.
Yeah.
And I definitely think Marilyn Monroe has sex appeal, which makes her more attractive. Whereas I don't think Grace Kelly has sex appeal. I just think she's pretty.
And I think Marilyn Monroe has sex appeal in addition to good looks. Like if Grace Kelly, based on the pictures that I'm seeing, if she were to be represented in the same way that Marilyn Monroe was, I don't think it would come off.
Well, because I don't think Grace Kelly has sex appeal.
But even if she did, her face doesn't carry it.
Okay.
Let's look at what was the other one? Elizabeth Taylor?
Oh, like you just said.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor was gorgeous
Holder.
Yeah, she was.
during her day, but I also don't think she was as pretty.
I don't think Elizabeth Taylor was sexy.
She was cute.
I
Actually,
think she was very pretty.
yeah.
But...
I think she was very, very pretty. Like
Yeah.
really pretty, crazy
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
So who in today's society do you think is, put on a pedestal who you don't necessarily think is attractive?
Who I don't think is
Oh.
attractive, or
Yeah.
who I'm not attractive to, who I wouldn't be attracted to, but I think is attractive. Because like I've never been, screaming for Beyonce.
Right.
Beyonce doesn't do it for me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but who, like, let's say Kim Kardashian, she's been on a pedestal for so long, and like Kylie Jenner, as
Ugh.
like,
Well, I think,
So those would be two examples.
but I think Kim Kardashian is pretty.
Okay.
I think she. But
Even with her giant fake ass.
I think
That's
she's.
what I was
I think
gonna
she's
say.
plastic pretty.
Yeah, she's like unattainable.
I think she's plastic pretty. That's what I think of her.
She's pretty from the front, but then when she turns around, it's just so fake.
Yeah,
I
Sister
know.
Courtney's pretty.
I'm not going to argue with that, Cynthia. I agree with you there. I think she didn't need to change herself.
Yeah, I think
agree.
I think the surgeries did her a disservice.
But if we
Yeah.
take out the Kardashian clan, the entire clan, because they're all very plastic.
But what I think the reason why I can see that Kim Kardashian is pretty is because she reminds me of someone that I think is pretty and is sexy.
Ah.
And
Is
that's
that someone we
that's-
know or somebody you know personally?
no Monica Bellucci.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
I think I know who this is.
Monica Bellucci's older now, but
Yeah.
when
Yep.
when she
I
was,
remember her.
when
I
she was
remember
younger,
her.
she just was strikingly beautiful to me.
Yep.
Really?
I remember Monica Bellucci. Yeah.
Okay, this is not who I thought it was. Okay.
I actually think Kris Jenner is really pretty.
Kris Jenner?
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna-
think. Yeah.
We can't count them though. I
The
feel
mother.
like-
I'm gonna post a
Can't
picture
count
of
the
Monica Bellucci
Kardashians.
in our Facebook thread, Cynthia.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah,
I see
no.
pictures. I
Okay.
think she's pretty, but
I think yeah, Monica Bellucci, or Sophia Loren back in the day, for that matter.
Mm.
no. But we're talking about today.
Right.
So while I don't find her sexy, I think that Gal Gadot is very pretty.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
She's
agree
gorgeous. Yeah.
with you.
I
agree
would
with you.
agree with that.
I do think Gal Gadot is real. I don't think she's sexy, but I do think she's really pretty.
She doesn't have sex appeal, but she's.
Well, her husband might think she does, but like that.
But I'm not her husband.
You remember, Emily, I've said on camera, she can't twerk for me.
Yes, you did say that.
But I think that's what makes her more sexy is the fact that she's just a normal.
Girl next door, pretty.
I
think
think
she's
she's
more-
a beyond girl next door.
Yeah,
pretty,
I don't
but
think of
the
her as
fact
girl
that she's
next
not
door.
overly sexualized, I think that's
Yeah.
very.
She's a
good.
wholesome pretty.
It's like yeah, exactly. She doesn't like
I-
try hard.
I think that
That's what makes that to me. That's very appealing to me. Is that when
You
you're
know who
pretty
else
and
is-
you don't carry yourself like you're pretty. You know what I mean? That's
You
to
know
me is
who
like
else
very
is like
appealing.
that? Is Natalie Portman to me.
Oh, Natalie's
Well,
gorgeous.
that I
She's
mean,
so
I always put the two. They always remind me of each other because they're both Israeli born and they have that certain look to them. So like that really like the dark hair, like very dark brown eyes, like that same kind of complexion. So yeah, Natalie Portman is I think Natalie Portman is very pretty too. But I don't find her sexy, and I don't think she can act at all.
I think Nicole.
You don't think she can
Bahari-
act?
Nah, I'm with you on
No.
that. And I don't think she's very pretty either. But I'm with you on the acting thing.
She's so pretty.
I
No,
do
but
think
I'm
Natalie
saying
Portman is pretty.
who now is considered
To me,
top of the list, but you were just like, nah, not
Like,
for me.
oh, well, Beyonce.
Like for me, I would say no. I feel like Beyonce, she hasn't really been
We're
relevant
always
for a
acting
while.
like Kelly Berry.
So are we doing like our own version of Hot or Not right now? Is that what's happening? Like,
That
The
sounds
one
about
person-
exactly what's
I never.
The one person who I've always never understood was
I say Cynthia, like who you tell me who are the top, and then I can tell you, yay or nay. But I definitely would want to go with what Sam's wants to do too, because that's cool.
who is that actress that I'm thinking of that everyone's like, oh my god, she's like.
What do we
amazing.
think? What do we think
Who?
about Halle Berry?
Oh, Scarlett Johansson.
oh,
I think Scarlett Johansson
She's
is.
pretty.
I personally think she's very sexy.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't feel that way.
mm.
I don't think she's the
I think
prettiest.
she's more pretty than sexy.
Oh, I think she's
No,
sexy.
I agree. I agree with Ish. I think she's more sexy than pretty.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't really exude sexiness. Just because she has big
Is
tits.
this thing on?
I mean, we're talking.
While Flavy fumbles in the background to find out
She's
whether
like,
or not
just
we're
because.
recording.
Like, well, that helps if we're talking about sexy, right?
I mean, when I think of it, I think of like the whole package. But I think what drives her sexiness are her knockers. So,
Huh?
that's not fair.
She's got nice hips. She's got a nice butt.
God, men. Ooh.
Well,
Okay, let's just look.
How about Halle Berry?
I think she's beautiful. I think we
Yeah.
talked about Halle
We
Berry.
did. We've
We've already
this,
covered
yeah.
Halle Berry.
We've
And I
covered
think
this.
she's gorgeous, and you
I
guys
think
don't
she's
agree.
beautiful, yeah. I think
Yeah,
she's
you
beautiful.
and Cynthia and Mike think Halle Berry's like gorgeous, and I'm
I
like,
do
Yeah,
too.
wrong. How did you get that so wrong, Ish?
because
I
we
don't
had this
have an
conversation
opinion.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wrong.
we've had this.
I never.
The world's hottest women. Oh my god,
I
this
was the
list
one-
is
I was
so
the one
bad.
who said
This
that
is
Halle
like honestly,
was
you know, this
overrated.
is like these are the conversations
me too.
that we had when we were like in our early 20s. It's just like, oh
Yeah,
my
well,
god.
let us live our life, Sam. Jesus.
Yes, That's
I'm with. All right, Cynthia, what you got for us?
So this list I don't agree with, so I'm gonna try to find another list.
Of like the hottest women in Hollywood today or something.
I just put sexiest women 2020.
I'm a very big fan of Nicole Bahari.
Who is
Who?
that?
Nicole Bahari.
Who is that?
Google
Nicole.
her.
I'm gonna Google this now.
How do you spell the last name?
Behari.
Oh, Bahari, there we go. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, she's pretty. She's not sexy.
She's both to me, but she's definitely prettier than she is sexy.
Mm.
Yeah, she's pretty.
I think
I'm
she
just
did
basing
pretty.
these off with the Google images that I'm finding, and I
Yeah,
just
same
don't see
here. I
her
don't have
as
anything
like.
else to go on. I've never seen her.
So
in
we're
anything else.
blaming Google.
Even in this Esquire picture that I see, she looks awkward when she's trying to like be sexy, but she's pretty.
No argument. No argument. I won't argue.
But
But I think
I will. I like
Trivia.
that, Cynthia.
You guys down for a little trivia?
I like Cynthia's
No.
game. I like Cynthia's game.
What, hot
What?
or not?
So let's
Yeah.
go through this list. I mean, the first person that was on the list, I was like, "Are you fucking serious? Who thinks that?" The first person on the, or one of the first, was Selena Gomez.
Oh,
No.
Lord. No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
next.
finding another list. Oh,
next?
you know who everyone thought was so gorgeous? Who I was just like, no, Kate Upton. And again, I think it's because she has huge
Oh
breasts.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I don't.
I
yeah.
never found her.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't
but
think she's
everyone's like,
ugly. I don't think she's ugly, but
No, I don't
she's not
either.
ugly. I just don't think she deserves the hype that she got.
No, she never did.
Oh.
She did for a while. This was like a few years ago, though, not recently.
I mean,
Also, Jennifer Lawrence. I feel
nah,
like
not at all. I don't.
I don't think. I don't.
I don't
yeah,
get
I
it.
don't think she's terribly sexy, but I do think she's a really talented actress.
Really? I don't think so. Oh my god, what was
Yeah,
that
I
movie
think
she was
she's
in
a-
where she had to put on a Russian accent? That completely killed it for me.
Oh, I think. I do think she's.
Been in a
I do
bunch
think
of
she's a
X-Men,
really
right?
good.
Been in a bunch of X-Men, right?
Red Sparrow was Red Sparrow.
Yes.
I do think she's a really good actress. I do.
Sexiest woman
Isn't she
2020.
the blue?
And she's funny. I've seen her in interviews. She's really funny. She seems really cool.
She's the blue thing. She's the blue thing in X-Men.
the blue-
Mystique.
Speaking.
The blue
Go.
thing. The blue thing.
Most beautiful
X-Men.
women. Okay, so number one on the list, based on ranker. So I'm
Oh,
assuming
God
it's
help
people
us.
ranking.
All right. Yeah. God help
Number
us.
one
Four.
is Scarlett Johansson. We've already been there.
Okay.
2, Margot Robbie.
No, why is she even on the list?
I think she's.
I think
Margot
she's
Robbie.
pretty.
Yeah,
I
I think
think
Margot
she's
Robbie.
pretty.
I think she's pretty.
And
too.
she's a phenomenal actress.
I think
I think
she's
my-
very skeletal.
You mean her body?
And her face. Like she could
Really?
be on a she could be on like a stand in a biology lab.
Oh,
No.
all right.
She just has a strong jaw. She's not skeletal. You're so mean.
Is that your way of saying she needs
She's
to eat a sandwich?
No, it's my way of saying like if you ever seen He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the villain Skeletor?
Yes.
Yes.
Like that's what she reminds me of, and I don't think she's ugly. She just her features just remind me of that.
What Ish is saying is, give me a sister, I can't resist her. Red beans and rice didn't miss her. So.
No, because
I'm joking.
Oh, I was about to say.
All
I
right.
was about to
So
say.
Cynthia, who's next?
number 3 is Jennifer Lawrence. Been there.
We've already
No.
discussed
Done
that.
that.
4 was Gal Gadot. Been there.
Yes.
Done that.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful, but not sexy. Number 5, Elizabeth Hurley.
No. What are
Wow.
we doing here? What list is this?
She's
Where did you get this from?
53. I told you from Ranker.
And
I
I
haven't-
prefer older women.
Wow, I have not thought about Elizabeth Hurley in quite some time.
But honestly, based on this picture and her age, she looks good.
She probably does still look pretty good. I haven't seen her in a while, but she probably
She's
does
no-
still look good.
She's no
She should be on
Jennifer
the
Connelly.
list.
She's no Jennifer
55.
Connelly.
I don't think Jennifer Connelly
Wow.
looks like it.
She's 55.
Oh, I think Jennifer Connelly's pretty.
She's so gorgeous.
Okay, next one. I have no idea who the fuck this is.
I wish
Elizabeth
I could-
Turner.
I don't know who that is either.
Who that
I
is.
wish I could make Ish jealous and say that I am friends with Jennifer Connelly because I went to the same school that she did, but she's like 10
You
years older.
guys
than me.
are BFFs. Oh.
No, she's 10 years older than me, so I would be lying.
Oh,
I
Elizabeth
would be
Turner
jealous.
is a very buxom young lady.
Very
Where is she
buxom.
from?
She's buxom. Hang
A
on.
very buxom young lady.
Wait, where is she from though?
It doesn't say.
Is she the redhead?
No,
She's
Okay.
blonde.
She's blonde.
My God, she is. Yes, she is quite buxom. Yes.
Who's the plus size model that's super gorgeous that's in movies?
Ashley Graham.
She's plus size.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Let me
she's pretty.
see.
I don't know if
I
she's
think
gorgeous.
No, I'm not talking about Ashley Graham. This is before her. She's like in the movie with Billy Bob Thornton where he plays Bad Santa. She's in that movie.
Bad Santa.
Yeah, she's in like car commercials. She's in film. She's to me, yeah, she's
Is
pretty.
she actually a model or?
She does plus size. She's an actress, but she does because of her. She's Marilyn Monroe-esque in the sense that like people find her to be amazingly beautiful.
What does she look like?
I'm going to give you her name and you can Google her. I'm going to find out in just a second. I figured out an easy way to do it.
I'm not seeing some model faces here.
Well, it's because of her sex appeal. People find her to be really sexy.
Cloris Leachman. I'm kidding.
Her name is Christina Hendricks.
Oh,
she
was in Mad Men.
Christina Hendricks.
She was
Yeah,
in Mad
no.
Men.
Again, a woman with huge knockers.
Yep.
No, it's her, but it's not just that. She's like big across the boards, right? But she's still very sexy.
I don't think she's sexy.
Okay. And first of all, I just want to put out there for the record, as someone who I am particular and partial to breasts. I don't care whether your breasts are big or small or any of that. I just
I'm
don't want them.
sure.
I just don't want
Thanks
them
for
to
the
be fake.
disclaimer.
I just don't prefer them to be fake.
Yeah,
Most
'cause
models have small breasts.
Say again.
Most models have small breasts.
Unless
Well,
the
it's hard to have big breasts when you're like that thin. Not a lot of people are that disproportionate.
and when they are, it's called silicone.
Yeah. I love Christina's hair. I love red hair
Yeah, I like red hair too.
on women.
Same
Who else?
here.
Who
same
else?
here.
Who else we got?
Oh, okay.
I liked having red hair before I realized red hair dye got all over everything and made everything look like the Bates Motel.
Oh, funny.
Even if you rinsed, you got red
Even if I
everywhere?
rinsed.
Wow.
Who else we got on this list?
Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So next is Emily Blunt. I think she's pretty.
I don't like her. I don't like her
She's
nose.
I think she's pretty. I do. I
And
think
she's a good singer.
There's no woman of color on this list.
Apparently not.
Well, we haven't finished the list.
Nobody said my girl Zhang Ji.
Who is
I
that?
used to be so in love with her
No idea who that is.
from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh,
Zhang Ziyi. Yes.
Yeah, I used to be so in love with her.
She's
Like,
pretty. Yes.
So in love with her.
She's
from
pretty.
Rush Hour 3. She plays the villain.
I do not think she's good looking.
I'm sorry. That's
She is pretty. She
yeah,
is
this
pretty.
looks to be an all white list. Oh, Jennifer Connelly's on here.
Of course.
I don't agree.
Why is
Fire.
it? Why is it an all-white list? Where's Beyonce? I demand answers.
I don't even think I wouldn't even put Beyonce on a list like that. But
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
yeah.
You do realize I was kidding?
Yes.
These are all...
But I do understand what people see in her.
I do too.
Beyonce?
Yeah, I get it. It's not my cup of tea.
Oh, here's someone on the list that I feel like is very underrated. Kristen Ritter.
Let me
Wait,
look
so
at
where
it.
did this list come
She's
from?
all right.
What is this list? Like People or something?
Most
Or
beautiful woman.
Well, apparently it's on Ranker, and
You got
anybody
her
can
brothers
vote.
up on the wall.
Anyone can vote
Yeah.
on Ranker, so it's like public poll. But
Kristen Ritter. I think she's so pretty.
I
I'm
don't.
Googling her now.
Sounds
Kristen.
like Ranker hasn't been.
Sam.
I don't think
And,
she's ugly, but she doesn't do anything for me.
You know what? I think it's the proportions. Like her
Sounds like
eyes
our
are
people
so
don't know
big
about
and like
Ranker.
I don't know, something about her.
Sounds like
Yeah.
Ranker is like the.
I mean, she's no
What is it,
Ava
the
Green.
SATs?
She's no Ava Green.
Who's Ava Green?
Oh, Ava Green, her eyes.
Oh yes, yes,
Her
yes.
eyes.
Ava
her eyes
Green?
are amazing.
Yes, yes, they are. My Ava Green.
Who's Ava
As you
Green?
see, I have a broad range of taste.
Is it the
Yeah.
French actress?
She is French, yes.
Oh God, no.
She was the leading lady in Casino Royale.
She
Yeah.
played Vanessa Ives on Penny Dreadful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Let's go over a list of hot men.
Sure. For gender
Oh, okay.
parity.
Wait. First, I'm just gonna put a color in there. How about Sanaa Lathan?
Sanal.
See, I was never a fan of Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah, neither. I don't think she's all right.
Yeah.
Layla Rochon used to be dope back in the days. Remember Layla Rochon?
Yeah, Leela Rochon was okay.
Oh,
I
Leela Rochon was pretty. Leela Rochon.
I liked and still like, but especially when she was younger, Thandie Newton. Especially
Thandie Newton is pretty, although I think she could stand to put on a little bit of weight.
Are you telling people to eat a sandwich?
Oh,
Maybe.
okay.
she could stand the what?
Maybe put on a few pounds.
Oh, you must not have seen her in Westworld.
No,
Sandy is beautiful.
but she still looks great.
She's
though.
still thin. She's still thin in Westworld.
She is thin, but I think she's still pretty though. I do think she's very pretty. I do think she's very attractive, a very pretty woman.
I've always felt some type of way about this Thandie.
Oh, I remember. I think the first time I ever saw her was she was in Mission Impossible 2. So I remember even back in the day, like, and that was like 20 years ago. I remember. So I was like, that girl is really, really nice looking. Like, I remember.
What about?
just thinking,
She did The Truth About Charlie, the remake.
oh, there you go. In a role originated by Audrey Hepburn. So those are some. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think I think she's really pretty. I think she's very pretty. I would never say she wasn't. Yeah, that's fine. I'm for that. Yeah.
For who?
No, I think Fandy Newton is really pretty. I really
Yeah,
do.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
So I guess Andy Newton was criticizing Tom Cruise recently, a few days ago.
She was
Dating?
what?
Criticizing Tom
Oh.
Cruise.
Well, yeah, she knows him. They made a movie together, which I just
Right.
There's
Yeah.
a lot to criticize him for.
actually come to think of it, I also think Michelle Yeoh is really pretty.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah. She was the,
I don't have any argument with that.
Oh, yeah.
She's all right.
She's okay.
Right.
No argument. No argument.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. She's
Respect.
beautiful.
yeah, I think she's very pretty.
Especially for her age. Can you
Yes.
imagine what she
Yeah.
looked like when she was younger?
Michelle Yeoh is fine.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's my favorite character right now in the newest Star Trek series. She's my favorite character. Like,
Yeah,
she's-
why not?
yeah,
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Who said
Yeah.
she wasn't?
I don't think
Rude.
anybody did. No one argued.
Yeah, no
I
one
think
said
it
that.
should.
Wait, who are we
I,
talking
well,
about?
it's just,
Are
it
you
doesn't think
serious?
Who are we talking
it
about?
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't think she's like a bombshell or anything like that. But he's
She's
not
definitely
arguing
not
that.
ugly. She's definitely not ugly.
Yeah, no, I
She's
think
definitely not ugly.
I
I-
think
Oh, wait,
definitely
Ish,
not-
who is that one that you said in Russia? I think I know who you're talking about. And
Zhang Ziyi.
hate
Zhang
her.
Ziyi.
How do you spell that?
She was in a movie with Michelle Yeoh and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, ZHANG.
Oh,
ZIYI.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
Ish. You got
No.
it, Ish.
I know who this is. Personally, she's like my BFF, but yeah, no, I don't like her.
All right.
she's
Let's see.
Cynthia.
What about-
Hashtag STOPIT.
Stop it?
Oh, you know what? Vivica Fox back in the day.
Beautiful.
Yeah, back
Yep.
in the day.
Back
Yeah,
in the
Vivica-
day. Back in the day.
She had too much.
Wait, how
surgery,
far
but
back?
Back.
Independence Day. Independence Day.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she was so fucking
Beautiful, beautiful. She's had way too much surgery, and it's a shame. But she was stunning.
pretty. When was that? Like the 90s? Hold on.
Yeah, 96.
Yeah. Yep. I remember. And her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she looked great.
oh
Uh,
she's so pretty. Oh my god, are you kidding me? It's so sad when they go overboard with like
plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
but
who am I thinking of?
you know
Lil'
what?
Kim, she went overboard with plastic surgery. She doesn't even look human now.
Who?
Well,
Who?
she
Okay.
she had problems with abuse from her boyfriend.
Yeah, Biggie.
A lot of that is not Biggie. A lot of that's reconstructive.
Are you serious? No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yes.
The queen of La Bella Mafia, like the real street Bella Mafia.
I actually personally I think Amy Adams is sexy,
All right, who's Amy Adams?
but that's just me.
He
I
said
don't
sexy
think
too.
so
He didn't say
much.
he didn't say pretty. He said sexy. So I have to see.
So she's not pretty. She's sexy.
I didn't say she wasn't pretty.
Oh.
Right. He didn't say that. He just preferenced sexy.
Yeah.
She looks exactly like Isla Fisher,
Yeah. There's
who I think
Yes.
is.
and I think Isla Fisher kind of got the heave ho because they look
I don't
alike.
like
but,
her. I don't
but
like
Amy.
her.
Oh, okay. There you go.
She's Lois Lane
I like her.
in the Superman films.
Well, I think Isla Fisher kind of got like thrown over once they realized they look alike, but Amy Adams can act. So I think maybe
What
there's
has Amy Adams been in?
maybe there was like only room for one sultry redhead or something. But listen, to each that's what makes horse races. So
She
to
definitely
speak,
looks
yeah?
better than Isla Fisher, though.
She's like she looks like a mom. Girl next door type.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amy Adams does not do it for me.
Maybe
Although I did like American Hustle.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
Everybody has preferences now.
Yep. I love.
How do we feel about Kristen Stewart?
No.
Heroin,
she's
Jake, hell no.
she's a better actress than people give her credit for, but I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
I
true.
just don't like her as a person.
Oh, there you
So there's a
And
movie
also, I
that
don't think she's attractive.
there's a movie that she did that I was so appreciative that she did.
Which one?
Runaways.
Yeah, the Runaways. No.
She plays Joan Jett.
Runaways.
Yeah, she played Joan Jett in The Runaways. You can believe
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And
I mean, that's a very, you know what? Maybe it's not such an odd casting choice.
I mean,
Maybe it makes
pulled it
sense.
off. She pulled it off. I enjoyed it.
I mean,
Yep.
I
Oh, and by
have
the
to
way,
say-
Joan Jett was hot back in the day.
Okay.
have to say that, like, the one thing that bugs me about Kristen Stewart is like, I feel like that, like, she tries too hard to look like a lesbian now.
Yeah.
I mean, a cardboard box can out act her for sure. But
I don't see her listed on the cast. Was this the
Oh.
superhero show?
of Runaways?
No.
No, it's the movie, The Runaways.
It was a movie about the pioneering, like, all-female punk band.
That does sound like a
Yeah.
superhero show, though.
Like Mary
Oh,
Curie, well,
okay,
because
okay.
there is a superhero show called The Runaways. But like,
Yeah, I
it
don't
was
like
Mary-
Kristen Stewart. Mm-mm.
I liked Snow White and the Huntsman.
Was
I
she in
liked
that?
it because Charlize Theron was like stalking around like a glamazon model from hell. Like that's what I remember.
Now, that's interesting because I never found Charlize Theron appealing, and then she got older, and I noticed
She's
her,
beautiful.
and I'm like, oh, but see, I like older women. So when she was younger, she
There
was
you
just
go.
she was just very cut out of a cardboard, cardboard to me. And
It's
when
when
she
the
got
wrinkles
older,
set in. You're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, baby.
and no, seriously, like when she started showing experience in her face and age, and it was like, wait a minute, this woman is gorgeous.
Those lines tell stories.
Yes.
Well,
No,
you know,
I
they
And
say,
And the gray hairs. Don't forget the gray hairs.
you know, they
Well,
say
she's
that
blonde.
that beauty is a composition of perfectly placed flaws.
I've never heard that one before.
Hmm. That's just a saying that beauty is a composition of perfectly placed flaws.
Wow.
Like gray hairs.
I don't know. Maybe it's because for me, I've never been a fan of textbook unblemished pretty.
Right.
Haven't we had this conversation? Like, at some point, like when we were having the conversation about women wearing makeup.
Yeah, I think so. What else we got there, Cynthia?
She's on mute.
Oh, better for all of us.
Shut the fuck up, Sam.
I just missed something.
Love you too, sweetie.
You know who is considered really pretty, and I just never saw it? Penelope Cruz. And
Oh, yeah.
also
Yes.
Selma Hayek.
And her Penelope Cruz and her sister, both of
She has
them,
a sister?
and they're both gorgeous.
You
Like,
think? No.
Oh,
And also
all right.
Selma
We've already-
Hayek, I
we've
never saw
already
it.
We've also just entered Ish's private fantasy file.
Ooh,
Selma
Penelope
Hayek
Cruz's sister is bored.
Oh my God, Salma Hayek is something else.
Selma
No.
Hayek is so sexy, especially for
I've
her age.
never.
Salma
Never
Hayek
thought.
is stunning.
I never thought she
I
was
know.
very pretty, but I thought she was very sexy.
Again,
Oh,
huge
yeah.
knockers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know who I think is pretty is Rosario Dawson.
I
Sure.
used to think she
She
was
is pretty, yeah.
before
Yes,
she got
I-
really skinny.
I agree with Ish.
I thought she
I'm
was
talking,
much
like-
prettier when she was heavier.
Is she the one that's dating Cory Booker?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm talking about her like 10 years ago, though.
Is she still skinny, or did she get thicker again?
She's still skinny. When she was thicker,
Yeah, she looked when she had like a little bit of baby fat on her, a little softness. I thought
Yes.
she looked better.
Now, did you see Penelope Cruz with her sister?
I think her sister is prettier.
Or her
I don't
sister's
think
like,
Penelope Cruz is pretty.
oh, okay.
I don't think Selma Hayek is pretty. Never understood it.
What about Sophie Vergara? Is it just Latinx women?
Sofia Vergara.
I'll tell you who I always thought was the prettiest Latinx woman in Hollywood, period.
Okay. No,
And just
Sophia's
all-
beautiful.
Who? What?
Sophia's got the same situation going on as Selma Hayek, right?
No, Sophia looks so much better. You know what it is about Selma? It's her head. She has like a square-shaped head. I just don't find it attractive. Who did you find to be the most beautiful?
I'll tell you in just a second. I have to. I always forget her name because she doesn't really act anymore.
Oh, so it's an actress.
Yes. She just
No.
doesn't really act.
Is it Maria Conchita Alonso?
No. No.
It's not
Just
J-Lo, is it?
J-Lo's gorgeous.
Mm.
Yeah, but I also don't think that, like,
Ish.
Her body's fucking banging. She's like 100 years old and she still looks so good.
I mean, it kind of helps that she's dating an athlete.
Yeah. But even before, I never understood why she married Mark Anthony.
Neither did I, but hey, they liked each other.
Oh, her
so-
name is Rosalind Sanchez.
Oh, I know what you're
Yes.
talking about.
Yes, she is so pretty.
So fine and sexy.
She
Like,
is really,
Pretty and
really attractive.
sexy. And
Okay, maybe
sexy.
I'm thinking of. Oh, yes.
She is very hot. Yes, I know.
She
Yeah.
exactly what you're
is so
talking about.
fucking
She's
pretty.
very-
She was in Rush Hour,
Yep.
and I thought
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
so sexy.
You mean the
Yeah,
OG
she's
Rush
pretty
Hour?
and she like checks both boxes. She's pretty and
She's-
sexy.
No, she's
so
she's
fucking
stunning.
pretty.
She's stunning. Yeah.
And she's got that
Guys,
accent.
it's almost 1. I'm gonna ease on out.
all right.
Leave.
All right. I probably should too. I have to get up in the morning and walk the freaking dogs. I love.
You
Sorry,
talk
should
about
say that I
sexy
love-
men.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
never
That'll
got
be
to
part
talk about
two.
sexy
That'll
men.
be-
That'll be the first. That'll be at the top of.
Because I have some names to drop.
Oh,
That'll be at
good.
the top of
We-
the agenda.
And we're gonna do you a favor, Cynthia, and we're actually going to remember to do this and not pass the buck on
Oh, don't worry. I won't let y'all forget.
it.
There's got to be some equality in here, and I want some eye candy too. No, not. I'm sorry. I didn't. That came out wrong. No, that came out wrong. That came out wrong. I love me some lady eye candy as well. I do. Rosalind Sanchez especially was an unexpected treat.
So I lucked
She's
out.
underrated for sure.
I lucked
Oh, yeah.
out
I think
because
so.
I'm taken care of in both segments.
Yes, you are.
Rosalind
Yes, you
Sanchez
are.
has the voice as well as the looks and the sex appeal. So
Yep.
I wonder what she looks like now, though. Rosalind
I-
Sanchez.
Ooh, what about Eva Longoria?
I like Eva Mendes.
Yeah, I like Eva Mendes too because she closed the deal on Ryan Gosling, so I got to give her props for that.
Yeah, Eva's pretty. I don't think Ryan Gosling's good looking. That's the one of the guys that everyone's like, oh my god, he's so sexy. I don't think so. But she's beautiful.
Yeah, I do think Eva Mendes is very attractive.
She's like naturally sexy.
I think so
She's
too.
never
All-
trying like too hard, but she's just sexy.
That's the
this is-
problem. That's what makes it so
Yep.
sexy.
All right, I'm heading out. Good night, you guys.
All right,
All right,
good night.
good night, y'all.
Great
Good night.
conversation.
Yeah,
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Always.
How do I get out of this? Oh, I see. Okay.
You click
Good night,
leave.